Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the GMD Think Alike podcast. I am your host, Ray Rich Brown. And before I introduce the guest, I'd like to just give a shout out to Frantic Gaming. Is there?
Yo.
Not sponsored yet. But anyway, I'm here with my very special niece,
What's up?
Faith. What's happening?
Faithizzle. Faithizzle.
Faithizzle.
Whatever you want to call me.
I love that name, Faithizzle. It's like been years and I still call you Faithizzle.
I know.
This goes back to our affinity of Bay Area.
Oh, yeah.
The Bay. Yay area. Shout out.
Yay.
Yeah. What's your full name?
Long.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Faith, Te Raimapaha, Darling, Susan, Pompey.
Sorry about it. Sorry, the longest names out there.
I know. So long.
What was it again? Faith.
Te Raimapaha, Darling, Susan, Pompey.
Parents couldn't decide, eh?
Yeah. They were like, I'll just name you after Nan, and then, I'll just give you one of your auntie's names. Yeah, I think my Darling belongs to my auntie Heng, who's my mum's sister. And then Susan's from Auntie Lauren, dad's sister. So, yeah, her middle name's Susan.
Oh,
Susan.
is it?
Yeah. So that's
that's
my
name you can
understanding
have,
of
Susan.
it. I know. But, yeah,
Just
Tirama is from my nan, from my mum's mum.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to your dad,
Really?
who's my cousin, apparently. Like an uncle, really, but...
I know, right? It's like, the
but
age gap.
technically, my cousin.
Yeah,
And you're my niece, but we're like
Yeah.
same age group.
close enough-ish.
It's
Yeah.
always been weird. That's Auntie Violet's fault. Eh?
Started too early. No, jokes. Yeah.
So what I normally do is I always ask the guest, what's your earliest memories? We'll explore from there all the way through. So like, what's your earliest memory that you could remember?
From as a kid or
Like
with
the
you?
earliest. No, with you.
My earliest memory. I don't even know.
Getting a bit predictable.
It's
I'll have
just
to
like-
change this question,
Yeah,
but
so
I
I was
always
like,
ask it. We
let's
start
start
from the
somewhere.
beginning. We've got to start from the beginning.
Earliest memory.
Do you have a few?
Well, I probably talk about like brothers and stuff, 'cause, So I've got 3 brothers. Barry,
As
39, 37, 12, 30, and then Thomas, 26. Yeah. So I'm
Baby.
the only girl in the family. Probably talk about that, eh? Like,
whatever
how-
you want to. This,
yeah,
you're
just
the
like
star
how
here.
the only girl in the family,
Mm.
in my family, and how I think I got pretty spoiled
Yeah? As
Yeah.
the only girl,
from
eh?
everybody. I was like, oh yeah, only girl. I had a great upbringing. What can I remember? Probably from a young age. Like, I was really close to my mom's family.
Yeah?
So hang out with like a lot of my cousins. Like my mom's sister's kids, 'cause 7 of them. I'd probably say they were like brothers and sisters
Oh,
as
she
well.
has 7?
Yeah, 7 kids.
Oh.
Piama, Lillian, Mahari, Hene, who did I miss? I feel like I missed somebody.
You missed
Say
someone.
Piama, sorry, Piama, Lillian, Mahari, Hene, Tom, Tangatoare, and then Iruera. So they're
Shout
pretty
out.
much like to us.
You know, one thing that I always like associate you and your family with Like the jokes, eh? You guys are like like the funny family, eh? Got jokes on top of jokes.
Yeah, probably.
Especially Terry, he always cracks me up. I miss Terry. I haven't seen him for ages, eh?
Yeah.
He needs to come on here.
Yeah, he does actually. Yeah. Looked to him the other day. He lives in Tauranga at the moment with his family.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a while actually since I've seen them.
Yeah?
Oh, a couple
Especially
of months.
Baz, eh?
Yeah, Barry.
Mm.
Yeah, but I still see him though.
Do you?
See him quite often actually.
Is he still
Every
inside?
weekend. Yeah, at the moment he is. And that's like a whole different story too, but yeah, it's like growing up with that in my life too. That's been a big thing. Like we're
Impact
like, you know,
guys,
we've always been super close, even though he's been in there. Still close today. Like he'll try to call me when I was here.
Did he?
But it didn't connect for some reason. So I'm like, I'll talk about it when I go back home.
I know he's a good chess player too. I want to play him.
Yeah,
chess.
he is. Apparently he won. And so yeah, they had like
sorry
a
about it.
competition and that. And he like battled all the other people inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, top dog. It's like,
Yeah, no, he's always a cool one, eh?
Yeah, him too.
And Tama, he's the baby.
Yep.
You think you're spoiled more than him?
Yep. He's probably gonna say nah, but nah, yeah, I'm way spoiled than him.
Spoiled guy.
Yeah. Nah, he's still. Nah, I think we're pretty much on the same par because he's the baby, you know.
So how
Always
old
got that.
was your parents? You remember? Like
When
when
they
they had
Baz?
you?
Me.
Yeah, you.
Apparently mum was like 21 when she had
21?
me. Yeah.
Third kid?
Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah. I'm sure it's 21.
That Hamilton style.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, 21, I think when mum had me. Yeah, because she had very quite young.
Very young.
16? Oh, I don't know.
Yep.
That's her story to tell.
Exactly. She's going to come on here too. Oh, that's awesome. Jeez. Kids having kids.
Hard out. Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, it's having my son, and then it's like out of it. Cause, like just before as I walked out, he was like talking to his baby and just saying like, oh, he's your nephew.
Oh, to my daughter.
Yeah. And then she was like, hey,
so
no,
my daughter, he's older than my daughter.
Yeah.
That's his auntie.
Yeah, only like a couple of, or maybe 1 year older, because he'll be 8 this month. So I was like, that's so trippy. And then like trippy. I'm having to call her like cousin.
Well, that's like your brothers, like Barry and Terry. They're like older than me.
Yeah.
But they're calling me uncle. I always thought it was weird.
Yeah, it is weird. And then like, it's the same with Auntie Mac and all of them. Like calling his auntie and uncle. They were like same, close in age. Everyone's like, hey, how's that your uncle? How's that your auntie?
Well, the way it works is like our auntie Violet.
Yeah.
Right? She's like the eldest. Like a big gap between. So the auntie Violet and my dad are sisters. But Auntie Violet had kids, which is dad. So that's how it works, technically. So let's take it back. We gotta work through it.
Yeah.
So before we jump all these, jump the gun here. Like, what was your childhood like?
Like
you felt like you're spoiled, yeah? Like, do you remember before school?
Yeah, I just like remember being around like all the aunties and uncles and like my.
Tell us the real story.
Oh. Nah. But I should have thought about this before I even came.
That's all right. No, this is the best way because
it's like
whatever comes out, that's like the first thing, you know?
Yeah.
What do you remember?
I remember their first house. Oh, probably that.
Oh.
So mum and them owned their first house when they were like 15, 16.
Really?
Yeah. Like quite young, because Dad was...
Onto it.
Yeah, Dad, well, that's what I can say about my parents, is that they've always been hard workers. So they owned their first house when they were
smart,
teenagers.
What house was this one? It's not in
Leamy
there.
Street in Hamilton.
Not in there now, are you?
No. No, we didn't move into that house until like 95.
Okay. So this is before
So
that.
yeah, I remember that house, and it was
What
like...
street was it? That one?
Leamy Street. That was like the first home, yeah, that my parents owned. And I remember like just a couple of houses away, there was a dairy.
Yep.
And then like, because our house was like in between, I was like down a driveway, and there was like our house, another house on the left side, and one at the back. And there was like a gully behind the house. And yeah, I remember like going back there, and I was like saying, "No, don't go back there." I'm like, "Why?"
Monsters.
Yeah. So I was
Tiny
scared.
far.
But yeah, that was like our first memory of like growing up living in their house.
In that house, eh?
And then I think for a period of time we moved to Fairfield, I think. This was before we moved into the house that Mum and them have had like owned forever. Like nearly 20 years now, I think, in their house. Or the current house. And so yeah. When I started my schooling and stuff, I actually worked there now. At the school at the school that
Can't
I
get
used
away
to
from
attend
it,
to. Yeah.
Still learning,
hey. I know, and I just like tell people, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm back at school." Like all the kids that I grew up with, they're like, "Hey, when did you go back there?" I don't teach. I just work in the office. Yeah, I work in the office and do like the admin side of things, payroll, all that.
Yep.
Yeah, and because like myself and my brother Tama, we grew up learning Māori. Like,
learning.
Total immersion, yeah. Like so through our
the not
primary
Barry or
school,
Terry, they didn't really.
They did. We all went to the same school that I work at now, but they were all, I don't know, they
didn't have those programs back then.
Yeah, like me and Tama were really lucky because we got to spend most of our schooling from like
learning a te reo,
yeah, great. Well, yeah, we learned I learned Māori, from year 0 all the way up to year 8.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we could stay there. I could stay there until I was Form 2 as well.
So you're learning te reo Māori
I learned
language,
Māori all the way,
which is the native New Zealand language. So you speak it like fluent?
Yeah. Both myself, Tama, Mum. Yeah, hard.
I know your mum's pretty hard out
Mum's
into it.
hati.
And your dad, eh?
Yeah, but probably not as hati as Mum. Nah.
Just a bit too hoary.
Yeah.
Nah, just kidding, cuz.
Yeah. So, most of us have some influence around our reo. And when I got to high school, though,
not so
I kind of
much.
went in another direction. I didn't actually take Māori through my
did you feel like
years.
you already knew? Kind of like.
I don't want to be that guy, but yeah, I was like, I'm happy with what I've learned through my. Yeah, when people are like, "Oh, can you speak fluent Māori?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can." Like, have a conversation and understand people.
Yeah,
that's not a problem.
There must be another level too, yeah.
Like, yeah, like I probably could have done it all the way through high school to uni, but nah, gave it a little break in my high school years. Then uni. So I have a bachelor in communication studies, and I only did one major, marketing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that was good.
What year was that? Did you finish it?
I graduated in 2016.
Oh yeah. Oh cool.
Yeah.
So what was the school like back then? Like
my primary?
Yeah. Was it like a good school or was it one of those infamous schools.
Well, my boss was still my principal.
Really?
Yeah.
Back then till
My
now?
boss now still was my principal when I was back in
Jeez.
school. And and actually the deputy was my last teacher, so I have a good relationship with them already.
With the teachers, huh?
Yeah, well, shout
Was
out
it
to
like-
them for letting me come on holiday.
Shout out
But
to that
yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Now it's pretty
School.
good, but what about back then?
School was all
Is there like a lot of Maori?
Māori, yeah, definitely.
Marys?
So, yep. It was like spot the white person because we were all brown.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There may have been like one or two that, were light skin, but all the rest were just Māori.
What school was that?
Forest Lake School.
Forest Lake School.
But we'd say Rotonga Here for the people that were in our little unit, we would call it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was I loved school, actually.
What was like a funny story that you remember from there? Come on. Put you on the spot.
Oh, man.
So there's some stories because of her reaction.
Oh, man. I remember.
This is in the past.
Yeah, we had like a family photo there. And
Yeah.
that's the last place we had our full family photo with all of us.
Really?
Mom, Dad,
All four
Barry,
kids?
Terry, myself, and Tama. We were all in this one photo.
Yeah.
And we haven't had a family photo
Really?
ever since, yeah. And this
Come
was
to
when I
think
was still
about
at
it, yeah.
school. Oh, I just remember my dad, and the photographers trying to make us smile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was your dad doing?
we're all cheesy because my dad. I don't know what my dad was doing,
What
but he was making us laugh. And
He
then,
always
if you
does
see it
it.
on the photo, yeah,
He always has to
you
crack
see
the
us
jokes.
on the photo. When you look at it, it's a good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
but my
remember-
brothers remember more though. They're
Yeah.
like, oh no, he was just being that dad.
An egg.
Yeah,
No.
he's just dad. And we're like, oh yeah. So yeah, that was a good memory from then.
I think that just goes to show, say that you guys have to get together and have another
yeah,
photo.
yeah.
Eh?
Well, they're just waiting actually.
Wait for Baz
Till
to
Baz
come out.
comes out, yeah, then we can have a legit family photo.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we've been
That's
thinking
cool.
about that.
That's
So
cool.
yeah.
When does
that's cool.
Barry get out?
Hopefully
Hopefully.
soon, maybe next year. Well,
Mm,
that's because he's doing very well.
nice.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of good things inside, being involved with different things and kapaka, singing, all the stuff. And
Yeah.
we're like, bro,
Well,
you're
it's
a
good for him,
superstar.
yeah.
Yeah, it is good. And then they're just waiting for him to come out.
Oh,
Me and his family
awesome.
photo.
I want to catch up with him.
Yeah, he'll be crack up. He'll be
I'll
a
start
good
the
father
board.
too. Yeah,
I
just
remember
boom.
we had just started a chess game
Yeah,
that one of the Marais and the main one at Tukawuri.
yeah.
We were starting to play and then we had to do dishes or something.
Oh right. What's the name of that marae? Te Tokanga Nui Anoho, I think. That's the one. Is that the one on the hill? Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I need to learn more.
Oh yeah. Speaking of languages, though, that's a good thing too. For a moment there, I try to learn Japanese.
Really?
A little bit, yeah. A little
Nihongo?
bit, just a little bit. Just a
Nihongo
tiny,
or
tiny bit.
hanashimasu ka?
Only because of anime. Really
Anime.
into that.
What do you
and,
know in Japanese?
What words?
Yeah.
Probably
Oh, I was having this conversation 2 days ago.
What?
I was saying because I love languages
yeah.
and that's why I want to learn te reo, but just never had it's not really accessible online, I find.
It's
so,
better when you learn from a native or someone.
languages like Japanese, it's everywhere. It's you got apps and all sorts, So I really tried to learn Japanese language when going there, and I noticed some words were really similar to words
Maori.
that I know from te reo, and coming from
Yeah.
someone like you who knows how to speak conversational and more. Do you find you come across any words that were similar? Or not really? Then maybe I'm wrong.
No. Well, when I had my sensei or teacher, I was like,
Oh,
she was like, "Oh, really good at pronouncing." And she's
yeah.
like, "Oh, yeah." Well, I was like, "Oh, because I'm Māori," and like the pronunciation of the
Racist.
word. No, not gonna say that, but no, I was the one that said that to her, and then she was like, "Oh, but no, I just want to say like, you're really good at pronouncing some of the
Yeah.
words."
Like the pronunciation is very similar.
Yeah, it is similar. Yeah, I feel
What
like
other
it's similar
similarities did you find?
too.
Like the obvious one is like
Food.
saying yes,
No
sir.
jokes. Yeah. Oh, like hi.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, oh, as like time started going on, I was just like, oh, it just sounds, it gives me a sense of
There's
like
a
being
connection.
Māori. Yeah,
Hey.
definitely. I was like, holy, like actually pretty like close if you think about it.
Yeah.
Māori.
Was there anything
Māori
else
hang
that like stood out to you?
In the
Or
language or just
pronunciation, yeah, or just anything like with the two languages. But yeah, I think if you heard like
look.
someone speaking in Te Reo and then someone speaking Japanese, like a lot of does have some similarities in sound, eh?
Yeah, I think a lot was like the S's. The S's were like,
Really?
yeah, I don't know,
Like what?
like when you're trying to, what is a word anyway? Far, can't even think of it at the top of my head.
Oh, like a Japanese word.
Yeah,
S's.
yeah.
Or harimasu. That's one that I remember.
Haidemas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's super close. Like Māori,
That's what I'm
haide,
saying. Yeah.
go, yeah.
Like harimasu is like welcome or come in.
Oh, I don't think I
And
learned
then
that far.
haidemai is like in Te Reo's pretty similar.
Haidemai, come in.
Harimasu.
The muss. The muss.
Muss. Check the muss.
The muss. Yeah, close
The
enough.
muss.
The
Jeez.
muss. I think when people read it though, like in Romanti or they're like, huh? They'll like say it how it looks instead of like the muss. And they're like,
Yeah.
yeah. I find that cook up. People read it and say it and it's like no, it's
to-
muss. Muss. Yeah. Oh, and I'm like, well, my fiance, he's Latino. Oh. And so I've been trying to learn like a little bit of Spanish as well.
Oh, so he's Latino, yeah? Hispanic? Is that the same thing? Don't want to offend anyone.
Nah, it's not.
Okay,
You
all
won't
right.
like it.
Sorry about it.
Nah.
Uneducated right now.
I'd be like, nah, Latino.
Latino, okay.
Like,
cool,
okay.
cool.
Well, with him, he's
Spanish,
like, he's half and half, yeah. He's actually Filipino and Latino.
Cool.
His dad's
That's a cool
Filipino
mix,
and
eh?
his mom's. So he's from Nicaragua,
I've heard that. I don't know
America.
where it is.
South America.
I'll go there one day.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I don't know. Like,
You guys met online?
Yeah, we did meet online.
The only way to meet people on these
yeah.
days, eh?
Well, it's because I was random.
Was it?
How we met,
tell
but
the
it
story,
wasn't
tell
like
the
it's
story.
like I met
your future
him like in
kids.
2018. It was on like a app called
On Bebo?
Kick. Nah, Kick. Have you heard
Just
of Kick?
kidding. Nah, never.
Oh, and I was like learning Japanese and like getting into anime and stuff. I just downloaded that because apparently a lot of like groups with specific groups that are into different types of anime and anything really.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's like cut
chat
down now.
groups or
Like what?
or like on this app, there's like different subgroups. Is that
Yeah.
right?
But like I was just like in this
Oh yeah.
Dragon Ball Z group. Oh, Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super group.
Dragon
and I was
Ball
like,
Super.
oh, in the groups you're gonna have like up to 50 people at a time.
Yeah.
Can't join it. I was like, joined it. They were like, oh, having like conversations about anime. And then he just like damned me out of the blue, and I was like, I'm not looking for nothing.
Yeah.
Like going in there, just like, I'll just talk about anime. And then it was like became a friendship, like over time.
Based on Dragon Ball Z stuff?
Yeah, and still like today.
Oh, really? Oh, Dragon Ball Z is awesome.
Dragon Ball Z.
I love Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. And then we like over time, we like started realizing what we have in common. Yeah, we have like a lot of things in common. So we like.
And I'm sure 2018. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
And plus, because we had the whole Faithizzle, like Bay Area stuff, eh?
Yeah,
like,
that was a and
San
actually,
Fran represents.
Actually, when you think about that, I wasn't even looking for him, or like he came to me. So I always say that. I was like, "Oh, where are you from?" And he was, "Oh, Bay Area," and I was like, "Nah." No way, like get out of here. And then he started like talking to me about stuff.
Did you guys talk about like the music side too?
Yeah, definitely. That was like a real and I would say that like you were a big like influence in my teens, like from like what 18 and still like big influence on me, wifey movement stuff. Like I wouldn't even. Bro, I'm just a Māori girl, like living in Hamilton. I don't know what the hell is going on in this world. And then when I saw, like, started listening to that kind of music and all of that, I was like, oh, it's like a whole new world. And then, like, every time people would come around me and I'll play a random Effie song or whatever, they'll be like,
you know about it, eh?
Yeah. Or I'll be like, nah.
What you know about it?
Like, nah. Don't even talk to me about that because I already know, like, whatever. But we talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
And just like him living there. Like, I was very lucky. I got to experience it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
2020.
Out of nowhere, I saw some I was like, hey, some videos in the Bay Area. I was like, is that legit?
Yeah, that was definitely legit. Like, that was the first time we got to meet each other, like, face to face.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like a mean-ass experience.
Yeah, special too, eh? Where did you fly into?
Lucky.
So is he from San Jose?
Richmond. Yeah.
Oh, Richmond. Sorry.
From there, but I was like, I was super lucky. Didn't think that I made it because COVID pandemic, was like, I honestly just made it. Eh? Yeah. Because I stayed there for a week, and then like on my flight back to New Zealand, that's when the lockdown went through. Like,
oh, right then.
Like right then, that day, I made it, and then like everybody else that had gone after me were stuck. Yeah, they couldn't get out of it. I was like, oh man, I'm so lucky.
How did you find the flight over there?
That was good actually, because I did a stopover in Hawaii. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
so
that's all right then.
Yeah, I wanted to like.
It would have been like
what it felt like.
6 to 8 hours or something.
Yeah, I was there. Oh, at least I can say Hawaii.
Yeah. Did you get out?
Nah, because on my flights, it was like layover. Yeah, so I was like just.
And where did you fly into? San Fran or another one?
San Fran, direct. Yeah, from there.
So how was it when you meet you at the airport?
Yeah. Oh, bruh.
I can only imagine.
So I was like, oh, like
like when you walked up, you would have had butterflies.
Yeah, I was like, oh, because like we seen each other like video calling like all the time. Yeah. But I remember being asked at the in Hawaii because that was my port of entry. Yep. So from there, the dude was like, "So you're not gonna get catfish?" And I was like, "What?" No, you guys would have video calls. I know my partner. Like I seen his face and everything. It's not
That's
a
the
trick.
Thing. Nowadays,
and
you
like
can't
some
really
people,
only old
That's understandable
people get
though. I was like, nah, I'm not catfish, man. Like, not that dumb. But he was like that, and then when I got to SFO, I was like, like getting thing because I had to go and collect my luggage because I didn't come through the international thing because I landed in Hawaii. I didn't have to go in there. I came as a domestic, came on a domestic flight.
And that's where the public
but it was because the pandemic was starting there, like wasn't heavy, but they were like closing a few things down at the time that I went around. So
What do you mean?
couldn't
Closing
really
what?
dine in and
Oh,
like at
it had
restaurants
already
and
started, huh?
yeah, there weren't many people in the
At the airport?
yeah, there weren't many
Okay.
people there at all. So I was like, oh, okay. I went to go and collect my luggage, and I was like, oh, he called me when I was there, and he was like, oh, are you there? And he's like, oh, I'm nearly there, blah blah blah. Walk through the damn door, and I was collecting my luggage. I was like, I wasn't. Yeah, I was like,
Sweet,
oh,
I got a
I
bit of
was
time
like, oh,
to
I can do something. Yeah, because like after that flight, I was like, oh, I look like shit.
do my hair.
I look like trash. And then he was like, oh, fuck, too late. I was like, man, why did you do that? I was like, I wasn't ready. And he was like, nah, it's all good. But yeah, that was cool.
Oh, that's
Good
cool.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where did he take you around? Did he show you around? I heard Richmond's a pretty rough place, eh?
Nah,
No?
not that rough.
Oh, you probably wouldn't say either.
Nah.
But
No.
I don't know. I see
I
on the
don't
news
think it is.
like some things.
Yeah. Nah, it wasn't that
Probably
rough.
like a lot of places.
No, it was all good there. Like, can definitely tell the difference. Like, compared to New Zealand and
Oh, yeah,
coming over there, I was like, whoa, like, holy.
That's your first time in USA?
Yeah, that was my first time there. So I was like, I didn't have high expectations.
Yeah,
I went there like,
open,
yeah, it is
eh?
what it is. Yeah. Just to be out of New
Yeah.
Zealand.
True. Did he take you to any like food
we went
spots?
to the beach. Yeah, we did. Like In and Out.
Yeah, I love In and Out, man.
Shake Shack. It's like, I don't know whether it's similar, but like another burger joint. I was like out a little
Shake
bit
Shack.
from their house. Yeah, and it was alright. Like anything. Yeah, I was telling them like any food in another country is always good. Because you want to test
Different
everything.
experience.
Yeah, so used to New Zealand ways. But I always say like, nah, you'll never ever beat New Zealand food. And I always tell people that. I'm like, nah, it's not the same. No matter how many times you say like, man, this is like the best of whatever they've got. I'm like, nah, didn't even try. Like, New Zealand's got the best seafood.
Oh, yeah, definitely seafood.
Seafood, can't beat it.
Did you go to the Fisherman's Wharf?
Nah, we didn't actually go to the city because like that's
but you went
when I made it.
to-
Like everything was closing.
Oh, yeah, that's
so we
right.
couldn't really
yeah.
go there. Well, yeah, I went to the Golden Gate Bridge.
Have to do that one, eh?
Yeah, I walked along the bridge. Like never again. Nah, I was like sunny as on one side, and then when we got to the other side, it was like cloudy as hell. I was like,
Big bridge.
2 seasons in a day. I was like, bro, I'm never gonna walk that again.
You've done it once, so that's enough.
Yeah, it is. I was like, oh, what am I going there again? Fun.
Wait, so you're thinking of moving there?
Yeah. Oh, well, actually,
Hopefully.
I'm going through my visa at the moment.
Yep.
Oh, we just sent
You're
it
a
out.
Kiwi, so
Me. Yeah.
they're trying to snatch up all
Well,
the Kiwis.
hopefully that's the case. I'm like,
The Kiwis
please
are like the
let
best.
me let me in. Nah. But yeah, we sent off my K1 file or case.
Oh, you already sent it, yeah?
Yeah.
You just gotta...
May. So at the moment, they've got backlogs.
What's the
from
process
last
like?
year.
Just gotta
Intense.
fill out a form or what? Or like
Nah, there's a lot of
stages?
stuff. When it comes to that, there's like gotta fill out a form and have all the documents that align with the form. So it'll be like simple things: birth certificate, passport,
Yeah.
job, where he does,
points?
what he does. Yeah, just lots of little things that you have to get right, otherwise could prolong the process.
Yep. Did your one get pushed back for any reason?
No, I can't. I won't find out because it takes about 5 to 6 months for them just to get that far. Like for them to tell you, oh
Really?
yeah,
Well,
we'll accept your application. And from there, I have to do like a medical, and then I have to do an interview, like at the the US Embassy in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So they'll book me an appointment and stuff.
What kind of visa are you applying for?
For K1.
And what is that?
It's a fiance visa. So
Okay.
at that time, like I've got to do all this paperwork. You've had to have met your partner 2 years prior.
Mm-hmm.
Really good reason of how you've met. And it's 90 days. So when I get there in the States, you have to get married in between 90 days.
Oh,
yeah. So I've got a 90-day fiance. Yeah. I always say that. I'll try to explain it to people. I'm like, oh, it's similar to that 90-day fiance show. And they're like,
married at first sight.
No. Like, no, I'm not like that though. Like, I wasn't just. They like go real hard on that because a lot of people go there for fraud and just want to go there for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going there for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he ever expressed to you moving to NZ, or he's pretty set over there?
Well, it's actually it's easier for me to do what I'm doing. Well, what we've done.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Just because the criteria to come into New Zealand's
it's
real
pretty
hard.
hard.
It's hard.
And because I just came back from NZ yesterday, and I can see for myself, it seems like everyone's trying to go there from all over the world, you know?
Like, damn you're ruining it for everybody.
Oh, man, it's crazy over there. Traffic is through the roof. Just stories that people tell me over there. House prices are skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Someone told me they're friends with this lawyer who actually deals with bringing in people and it's the crazy amount of applications are coming in on a business visa.
Yeah. Oh, they're trying to come in on any way they can, man.
Yeah, because you know how NZ managed the COVID thing? But then a lot of other places around the world. But that's been happening for a little while, you know? New Zealand passport holders, I think they're in the top 5 maybe of the most, I don't know what you would say, reliable or maybe sought after, you know? So that's why I'm thinking if you're applying to go somewhere else, you'll be more favored.
Over all the other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I believe that.
But I think, if he was to go to NZ, it'll be much more difficult, eh?
Yeah.
Because they're I don't want to.
Yeah, well, the criteria is way harsh because he's never been to New Zealand. We're not married. And it doesn't even matter if you're married or not, they say. If you've never lived together, say a couple got married, one's stuck here for work or something, their partner can't come here because they've got no evidence to show that they've lived together. And that's
strange,
the kind of thing that we've I've thought about it. I'm like, nah, I don't want to live over there. Live over in New Zealand. But he's like, nah. Nah, he's pretty settled. So I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's easier for you to go there.
Yeah.
Even though you got to wait 3 to 5 months just for your application and all that. But
yeah, I'm secure in my job at work and stuff. Happy. All I can do is pretty much save whatever, and then make a big move over there, and that's
be good for you.
Probably better.
The experience over there.
Yeah,
come back with an American accent.
Nah.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, that
2
is
weeks
a big
there,
thing.
start talking American.
Nah, I want to try and keep my New Zealand accent hard.
You're not gonna keep it. You're not gonna keep it.
Yeah, I want to say that, you're going to go there for a day and think you're American.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah. When I get there, I'm still not going to be a citizen because I still have to go through another.
You'll be surrounded by Americans. You'll be talking.
They're definitely going to know I'm not from there.
No,
I'll make it clear. Nah, I ain't from
see
here.
how long you stay there. So on a K1 visa, how long what's involved there? Can you stay there indefinitely or?
After a while, yeah, but.
Or is there a time limit for that?
Yeah, 90 days. So if we don't get married or
Right, but say once you are married, does that K1 change to something else?
Yeah, I've got to apply
citizen?
for green card, permanent residency,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's like another process similar, but I probably want to see other things like what it's gonna be a whole life change. I've got to learn
History.
ways, yeah, and I'll probably have to do like a little exam or something at the end of it, and yeah, it's just doing the K1 is a lot quicker because I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Because we're not married.
Mm.
I could have probably done the green card, but apparently that takes a couple of years.
Yeah.
Whereas if I did the K1, it's a shorter period of time, but I'll still have to end up doing it anyway. But I'll be there, and I can apply for that later. Oh, well, I have to.
Yeah.
So I have a period of time after we do get married that to apply for that. That could take about 6 to 9 months apparently, but it's easier because we're married now, and I'm there. So yeah.
So have you got any like marriage ideas and plans?
I'm not fussy. Yeah, if I'll open it up to everybody, but we'll probably end up having like an online marriage or something.
Yeah, why not?
Just because, well, the situation with the world.
I've seen a couple already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of works out though. Eh?
I don't expect everybody to come over there.
Don't want to pay for everyone.
Well, especially in New Zealand, every like 3,100 per person, and then extra 400 whatever it costs per adult. Save your money. All good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Feed yourself.
Yeah.
Buy some KFC.
Yeah. And I think that's what everyone misses too. KFC.
What's that?
To go back to New Zealand. Did you have some when you went back or no? Yeah, well, everybody else sees the difference between New Zealand KFC and Australian KFC.
Oh, I'll go back. I'll try it here first. Try it today.
Oh.
Hey, so Mum said you're a
pescatarian. Yeah.
Pescatarian.
But I've just.
How did that come to
I
you?
just pulled the cap off when I came here. I was like, I don't care. Well, actually, yeah, that too. I actually used to be a vegetarian.
You
for
did.
a couple of years. Like.
I remember that.
In high school, actually. 15 or something.
What made you become? Did you just think it
was
like a
a
wise
personal choice? I know everyone's like, why? That's dumb. Like,
it's not
you
dumb.
can myself anything. But yeah, well, that's the impression that people gave back to me. I was like, yeah, it was like a personal goal, I think, for me at the time. I was like,
what do you think your motivation was? Care for the animals or?
Nah. I love animals, but nah, it wasn't it was just a personal thing for me. People are
like a personal challenge or?
Yeah, sort of. Well, I've been a big girl like my whole life, from a little girl all the way up. And I decided, when I get to high school, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do that for me. And like it was good during those times. And people were like very accommodating. They'd always like do things for me like separately. And if I would go anywhere, they always like, I was like, sorry, I don't eat meat or any of that. And they'll be like, huh, what? And then they'll be like, oh, okay. And I was like, just be normal and just take the meat away. And they're like, oh, that's easy. Like, yeah, cheap date. But yeah, now it was personal. Yeah. It was personal. I
remember like some restaurants we went to and like we'll be with someone who's like a vegetarian. Yeah. And we'll tell them like, especially like Asian restaurants, which we'll be like, oh, this person doesn't eat meat. And they'll be like, yeah, it's all right. It's just chicken. It's only chicken.
Like, no, like,
no meat.
Vegetarian.
That's chicken.
Yeah. But I think over time, like I became a pescatarian. So I was still eat seafood.
So vegetarian thing?
Yeah.
You did that for a couple of years?
Yeah, I did. But I got to an age, like I think I was finishing my studies and all that in like one of the family. So I'm like, there was like one factor while because I started eating meat again. Oh yeah. And that helped me have my son. And like most people are like,
yeah, because they do say like,
you keep
nutrients and things like that. Eh?
Yeah, a lot of like, there was a lot of factors that were probably against me if I wanted to have a child. So they're like, try and just add a little bit of
Red meat?
Yeah. Iron, whatever. And then, it was blessed, 2013, had my boy. Then, like from then, like, whatever, eat whatever I want. And then, like, I think I got to a point, like, I'm a pescatarian, so I never ate chicken, pork.
That just mainly means like seafood,
fish. Yeah, seafood, fish. Yeah, mainly veggies.
Yeah.
But that was like.
You made that decision
for me. Yeah. I made it, and then my mum became one. So my mum's a pescatarian currently. She's been one for a while now. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I have a friend. I have a buddy that's like, if I cook something, she can eat it. If she cooks something, I can eat it. Like, we just go like that. Mean? Oh, because like Dad and them are like hard out meat eaters.
Everything.
They're not gonna change for nobody. So like when they'll eat that, make their own dinner, and then I'll make dinner for me and Mum. Us or whatever.
I get you. I thought you meant like another mate around the corner or something.
No.
Oh yeah,
Mom,
so you and Mum like
Mum.
accommodate for each other.
We'll just,
cool.
We'll just do our own little thing. And then
but they'll probably still eat it too.
Oh yeah, because we make it look so good, and they're like, "Oh, that looks nice."
Yeah.
Or like it is
seafood. Oh man.
Yeah, hard out. I was like, oh, but since I've been here now, I'm just like, whatever.
So like, when did you become a pescatarian?
When?
Yeah, like when did you start roughly?
Oh,
that after you had
like
boy?
No. Like a couple of years.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like 2008 when I met
Is he a pescatarian?
He eats everything. He'll be like, He's like, nope, not gonna change. Nah, he eats everything. Yeah. I think sometimes we get too competitive. Like, nah. He'll be like, oh, my food's like, or his, because they got good food over there. Like if I look at it, I'm like, that looks pretty good. Food. Yeah. And I'm like, shut up, I'll never beat New Zealand. Still that.
I love the In-N-Out though, for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I love I had a Neapolitan shake. Oh, that was like, oh my God. Like, never ever tasted anything like that.
Don't tell him though.
You already know. And I was like, wow, that's so nice. I was like, on another one.
It's funny because it's probably like New Zealand dairy too.
Yeah, probably, like from New Zealand, made by New Zealand.
Could be.
Yeah, because it was quite good. Like, the burgers and the tacos and that. Obviously, like, just normal over there.
Did you go around like the Mission?
What's that?
Oh, it's like the Mission District.
We probably like stayed within reach. I think like the bridge was probably like the furthest I'd gone in.
Oh yeah.
Or into the airport. But
what's one thing you realized? Like one thing you noticed about
over there
in the States? Yeah, like driving on the other sid of the road. Was that different?
Well. When I got into my fiance's car, I got into the freaking driver's seat, and he always gives me for that. Yeah, he always gives me crap for that. I'm like, shut up. So I was like, open the door, trying to get in. And then he was like, what are you doing? That's my side. And I was like, never again. That's never ever gonna happen. But yeah, that was like weird. But I obviously knew, like growing up, I always knew like they're left hand. On the left-hand side.
Americans are lefties.
And like my fiance actually are left-handed, which was like out of it too, because moms are left-handed, and like I didn't find that weird. I was like, "Oh, that's so cool," because it's when are you ever around people that are left-handed? Think about that, because like I think about it a lot, because I'll be like, "Oh, you're left-handed." Like I notice immediately. Yeah, people are left-handed.
What do you think? I think
it's like cool. I like it. I wish I was, but I'm not. So I was
do you think they're different people, or
no? I just think it's like a cool little quirk to have.
I find like a lot of lefties, they're like creative.
Yeah.
That's one thing I picked up.
Yeah,
Like, they're
that's
very
true.
creative.
That's definitely true.
Maybe they had to, you know, being young. Maybe because they
Push
weren't
them,
used to
do.
like how all us right-handed
Yeah.
people. Maybe they had to like it pushed them creatively to like cope
Yeah.
in this world of righties.
You're
You
like
know?
knowing that they're odd, they
Yeah,
gotta do
knowing
something
that
else
they're like
to
naturally
feel normal.
left.
Yeah. Yeah, like even like
One theory.
yeah, even the guy that I work with is left-handed too.
Mm.
Find it crack up because they hate writing on the whiteboard. So they're like writing and like wipe their own writing off. They're like, damn it.
I can't see what you're writing.
Yeah, we're like, you wrote what you're writing. You're rubbing it off.
Rubbing it.
Yeah. And I always crack up about that, but I think it's cool. I like it.
I think Asian languages they
Yeah.
write that way, don't they?
Oh yeah, backwards, isn't it?
Mm.
Like even in the comics and all of that, it's like gotta read it from the the right to left,
Yeah, I
not
think
left to
so.
right.
But I'm
Like
pretty
how
bad at
yeah, I'm
reading.
sure it is. Like in a comic book, I have writing on there, but you read it from the right to left,
maybe
not like a
maybe we're doing
English
it all
book.
wrong,
Yeah,
huh?
true.
Maybe
Mm.
we're the wrong ones.
Yeah.
Uncreative,
Yeah.
holding everyone back.
Find out. Yep.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, so what about like your high school? Like,
My high
what,
school?
Yeah, what were those days like? You did you go or did you
Played.
wag?
no, I was probably like one of the only ones that finished high school. No family.
Shots fired.
Get your ass to school. No, I went
Hey,
to
you
school
did those,
all throughout.
Just the glasses one.
Yeah, I was probably like the only one in our family. Well, that I like always knew that I was gonna go to university. Like
Mm.
no one was gonna tell me, nah, you're not gonna go. So I like stayed till 7th form. That's a huge accomplishment for some
Yeah.
people. Yeah, I
For
was
me,
so
it
proud.
was. Yeah, I think I was one of the first in my family on both
Like
sides.
just making it, yeah. It's like, yeah, nah. I was very happy I made it through high school. But I think about high school though, I'm like, I was like blessed because mom was at work too. She used to teach
Oh
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
so I was like, I had mom there the whole time. I think she
Those
had
sneaking the answers in there. Oh,
Nah, she wasn't my teacher ever. But
good cover up.
yeah, she was there throughout my high school years.
No, yeah.
You know,
Did you
I
find
can't
it
say,
like weird or
no,
didn't think about
no,
it?
I didn't. But I think other people did. Like
Yeah?
knowing like
Did-
I can't be naughty because my mom's there.
Oh yeah.
But I think as it started getting like, as I started getting through to like 6th form, 7th form,
Yeah.
12 year, 13, I was like, stuff it, just do whatever.
Really? Oh, you got to
Yeah,
that.
I was probably way like
that teenage
naughtier then.
age, eh?
Yeah, well, naughty for
Like
me,
a little bit.
but it was probably like not even anything for people. like yeah, skip a class and just like, but like in those times we could have like a block
Mm.
free. But no, high school I think I played rugby, basketball, what else I play? Volleyball.
Oh, so very
Yeah.
active, eh?
Well,
Good.
tried, but it was like, if you didn't play sports, you weren't popular. So I was like, I'll just play whatever. And then I think when I hit like 6th form, 7th form, I was like, nah. Like it was just one time. Oh no, for 3rd form all the way to 5th form, because I tried to like start taking schools a little bit more seriously. And like, yeah, no, at the moment I'm like the only one that's finished uni.
Mm.
Like I have a degree on. Have
Started
that.
uni.
Yeah, and finished it. But before that actually I did a diploma in business when I actually
Oh.
left high school. So I didn't actually go straight to high school. Like had
Or
a break.
uni. Didn't go
Uni,
straight
sorry.
to uni. Yep.
Yeah. I went. Oh no, I went to like Polytech.
Yeah.
So I did like a diploma in business studies,
Mm.
and that was cool. It was
Yeah.
like
It's good to
I just
learn that
wanted
sort of
something
stuff.
like
You can use it in so many different areas.
And at that time, I was like, just do something.
So
Be
what
more
made
active.
you decide to do your bachelor's in communication? Was it just like a natural
from
kind of?
there, from like doing my diploma, because I got like an A+ in like marketing. So I
So
was
you were
like,
onto something, eh?
hey, I was like, oh, I'm
That's so
actually super good at something like
natural.
specific.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I should focus my degree on something like I'm actually good at and they do something. And I did that. So I probably could have done like a business management.
I mean,
Specific,
you're still young,
but I'm like,
you're still young.
Yeah, but
As long as you apply it practically, you know.
Yeah. After high school though, that was kind of like wow, but then I started working. So I've been in like admin roles for a
Since
while.
you left
like
uni.
nearly coming up to 10 years now. Just been
Really?
in that whole admin thing. Yeah, I used to
You
work
got a
at
lot
a
of
medical
experience.
center. Yeah, so that's kind of what I
Mm.
wanted to is like could tell people like I actually have experience in that area. Like you can't tell me I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Because I've been doing this for how long now, and I actually have a
Awesome.
degree to carry myself with it. So yeah, I just always wanted to up myself, be better, or just do something better.
That's
I
cool.
guess. Yeah, and like everyone's like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm like,
Sorry about it.
So yeah, that kind of pushed me into my degree. But high school was like, I don't know. I was like that. I was just probably cool because I had my mom there, and that was like.
And you had some cool brothers.
Yeah.
Did your brothers go? Were they there at the same
they
time?
didn't come to my high
they
school.
left?
I was like on my own, so
Oh,
they
why is that?
both went to different high schools.
Oh, this, they went to different high schools.
Yeah,
Eh?
they went to like Arawahia. They went to like Arawahia. And yeah, I was at FIFA College.
Why was that? Do you think?
I have no idea. They're naughty? No, I don't know. But nah, they just. I think Terry did want to go to my high school, but it didn't happen. Like nah, my high school. But like, oh, can come there.
But is it like are these other schools like
They're,
further away or?
Yeah,
Or is it just
I think
like
Terry
pretty
and me
close?
said I have to catch the bus from the house just to get to high school. But like I didn't. And then when Tama didn't even come to my high school either. He went to St. John's.
So you all went to
like,
different schools?
Yeah.
Oh.
Except like we all kind of went
Must
to
be a
same
method
primary.
in that.
Yeah, we all went to the same primary for a bit, but I know that Barry and Terry also went to another primary school. But me and Tama went
get your
there.
dad and your mum on and they can explain that side of the story.
Yeah, that's another story.
Like, what was your thoughts behind that one?
Yeah, I think actually, when I think about it now, I think it's because Barry and Terry had like a lot of friends going to the high schools that they were going to.
Oh, okay.
And that was
like
their
they
reasons.
wanted to keep to.
Yeah, that was their reasoning. But like for me, you can come to college, and it was cool because I never had to wear a uniform, so I was like,
Really, like the whole time?
Yeah, through my whole high school, I never wore a uniform ever. And through schooling too, I never ever wore a uniform. And then people are like, "Oh, that's why you're like, you're like you got you're like different."
Quirky.
Nah, quirky. Yeah, they always feel like far. Like you always dye your hair, you got all like piercings, tattoos, all those kind of things. And I'm like, yeah, because I never had any boundaries.
Oh, that's kind of cool though.
Like, yeah, and I always feel like that's kind of made me like who I am because I was able to be myself, whereas not everybody got to be themselves.
I always thought like people that grew up like in a strict environment that wore uniform and they're usually the people that come out and be like, whatever.
Yeah. And that's
now.
true though, because everyone's like, cut their hair, dye their hair. Nah, but I was always like that because I never had any restrictions. Like, they were like really harsh.
Then you were smart.
Well, hopefully.
Girl.
They think I am. Yeah. I always used to tell mom, why did you, treat me better than the rest now? But they always did. It's just, it took me a while to understand that growing up. So, I always felt like, I'm doing all of this, but not, not getting anything back from it. Like that, I went through a stage of that. You don't appreciate me? No. But then they're like,
drama
so
queen,
so dramatic. And
Everyone
they're like,
has
shut
their
up, babe.
dramatic moments.
Whatever. But no, I think when I hit 18, then I started appreciating my parents. I'm like, I would never have done or got to where I was because of them. I always tell them how grateful I am
When we're young,
for them.
we don't know what they're going through.
Yeah, definitely. I use that a lot. Still do a lot.
Good lesson for people, eh?
Still do a lot for me.
You'll always be the baby girl, eh?
Yeah. Still, yeah.
So what does your parents think about you moving?
They're really
what was their initial reaction?
Oh, when they first met, my partner online, and even just the whole moving there, people would think man, that's such a deal. Well, nah, mom and dad were real chill. They always been chill. They're like, yeah, we could,
You'll be back.
Yeah, you'll be alright. you've done heaps of things. Nothing. But no, they're real supportive, I would say.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole how my son lives here now. Been here for a couple of months. That was quite hard for them. To accept, kind of, because baby grew up with all his cousins.
Yeah.
And my parents, that was losing someone. But no, I think I had a long time to think about this.
What's sorry.
Oh no, I had a long time to think about this.
Oh, the move.
Him. Yeah, him moving here and not without me.
He was born in 2013?
Yeah, 2013.
What month was he?
July, so he's gonna be 8.
Oh, nice. And so what's his full name?
Same as mine now. There's Tiave, Benjamin, Boani, William, Parker, Henry.
Oh, these Hamilton guys, they can't decide.
Me. I only got one name out of the whole thing. I only got one name, and it's Hoani, and that's from Koko's dad. It's his middle name.
Is it?
Yeah.
So that was the only middle names, man.
Bro, I was just wasn't much. I was
cool name.
Because Tiave is the only grandson.
Yeah, where does that come from?
All those names, the other names besides Hoani, come from his dad's side.
Yep.
So they're Kokalamori. He was born there. His dad was born there.
And his dad was born in the islands? Cook Islands?
Born and bred there.
Which island?
The main one.
Rara? Rarotonga? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so, what I say? Tiawe is the only grandson in their family. But Tiawe is actually
the only one, eh?
Tahitian name.
Okay.
Tiawe. They're where does that name come from?
Yeah.
From his father's side and
Tahitian
side in their family. And so all the rest of the names are named after family members.
Oh, okay. How many names is that? That's 7?
Yeah.
Funny.
4. There's 4. He's got 4 middle names.
Yeah, but in total, it's
Yeah, well, Benjamin is from the Bible.
Oh.
They're quite religious.
Oh, they're here.
And yeah, I never heard of it. It apparently means God's right hand man.
Oh,
Benjamin.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. One is named after my Koko's dad's middle name.
Yeah.
William is a grand uncle.
All right.
One of his dad's grand uncles. Parker is an uncle.
Did you guys have more names to put in there?
Well, I don't want names, but I was like, oh, I'll just
At
give it
least
to
one.
Tix. I'm like, I'm happy with one.
Yeah.
Like, but that was just me, my preference. But yeah, it's like a big thing for them to carry names.
Yep, yep.
Whatever.
I want to get too personal. So when did you guys like split?
Oh, no, it's all good. Probably like early 2018-ish.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe like 2017 actually. But like we have a good relationship still.
Yeah,
at the
I
end
think
of the
that's
day.
important. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Try
know
to
a lot of
maintain
people
that
are like,
for the
so
kids,
what?
eh?
Was there fight? Is there bitterness? I'm like, no. No, man. It wasn't nothing like that. Like,
Yeah.
it was
Mutual,
mutual. Yeah.
Mm.
And we still like got love for each other.
Yeah.
And I always say that to people. I'm like, no, I don't have anything.
Well, it's good.
I don't have anything
Very
against
mature.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Especially for like the dynamic of the family,
Yeah.
to keep that.
yeah, hard. But it was like I don't know. Yeah.
That's right. People, often.
Yeah, and he's all
Just-
good. Like,
Yeah.
like he's here with his family. And they're all good. Like, he still has family that live in Mara as well.
Yeah.
His mum and his older sister still live there.
So when
Yeah.
did they move? Or did he move over with son?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. March. So like we had
This
been-
year?
Yeah, this year.
Oh, just recent.
Yeah. Just
Oh.
like recent as.
Oh, shit. I thought it was here
So-
for a while.
No, it was very recent. So
Ah.
yeah, it was like a big move for him. 'Cause,
Yeah, it
like,
would be.
Yeah, just in New Zealand. Had no family, really. He
Where?
didn't. It was just my family.
Oh, okay.
He
Yep,
did
yep.
have family there, but they weren't like in close proximity. They were probably like Auckland or
Auckland?
out of town, Hastings or whatever. So
Mm,
I was still basically his family. They
Yeah.
were all like together. But
yeah.
like I'm very open and honest about all of that. People are like, oh, and I'll be like, so you, it's all good. Like
Yeah. That's your
we're
guys.
just being, we just want the best for our son.
Yeah.
Like, then that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. As it should be, yeah.
Realistically, I'm like, nothing else matters. Like all
Mm.
that is like the past. He's like happy
That's
with whatever he's gonna do, and he's happy
He's
for
happy.
his son.
You're happy.
Yeah. Like the always ask me like, oh, why did you like send your son away? I'm like, I didn't send him away.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like that.
Mm.
It was actually like, and like if I was to compare New Zealand and Aussie, like I know that
Yeah,
my
what
son's
was
really
your-
good at sports.
Yeah.
And like,
Opportunity-wise?
yeah, straight
Mm.
up, that was the biggest thing that pushed me. Like, no, there's way more opportunities here in
I would agree
Australia
with that too. Yeah.
compared to New Zealand. It's like very tunneled. It's like you can't really break out and be a superstar if you're stuck in the same.
Yep. Yep.
So I was like to myself,
There is a
I
lot
want you
more
there.
opportunities
you think?
in general. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Young and old.
Yeah, and I think it's a good experience for him too to
Yeah.
experience a new country.
Yep. Yep.
Like he's travelled more.
And it's not that far from NZ. Like you can come over whenever, or you can
And
travel
like
back.
now, like being here, I was like
Yeah.
real blessed and like happy as like
Yeah, you can
fuck,
come over
I can
whenever.
imagine all the other people like
As long as
Man, I can't.
your annual leave gets approved, you're right. It's for a good cause.
Because I try to work it in because I know the school holidays are different to
Oh,
New Zealand and like
Oh, are
when
they
we have
really? Because
breaks.
I was trying to work it out before.
Yeah,
like a
they go
week
2
out, or-
weeks. Nah, they're 2 weeks. They're the American Australian school holidays are 2 weeks before ours.
Oh, it's
So-
before. Yep.
No, next week I'll be on holiday in New Zealand. So I try to work it so that if I get stuck, then I still have time to
Yeah.
make it back.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Ah,
it's looking promising. Like I'm gonna make it back because there hasn't been any,
none here in
not
Victoria.
too many cases or whatever. I was
Thank-
like, trying to work it.
That's all
trying to be
right. You have a
smart.
holiday when you get back.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
So I was like, I told my boss that I was gonna, regardless, come and see my son at some point, whenever it was available
Yeah,
for me to come. The opportunity. He was like, yeah, well, I understand because she has daughters overseas as well.
Oh, really?
One of them lives here. Can't go and see her because it's like up.
Sydney or Queensland? Oh, way up there.
Where's
okay.
Cairns? I don't even know.
That's northern Queensland.
Yeah, it must be around that area. And our other daughter lives in Canada, so
Oh, yeah. Nice.
she understands the whole like being separated.
Oh,
from the
family's
family.
family, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was like, wow, so lucky that I get to have these opportunities. Like I know a lot of people will be like, how did you get to go here? How did you get to go and do
We're,
all
like,
these
busy.
things? I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just real lucky, I guess. Like,
Have you like
yes.
traveled elsewhere?
No, just Aurora. So,
Oh, you've been to Rara,
yeah, I went to Aurora like 2015. No, 17. My bad, 17.
Yep.
That was a good
How'd you
experience
find-
too.
yeah?
Nice and warm.
Yeah.
No blankies. I was like, yo, sleep over a sheet or nothing really, because it's like
They're
too
warm,
nice. Yeah. Didn't even want to do anything. Just like, relax.
I remember the first time I went to Rara.
Yeah.
And, like we landed at like midnight or some like
I
real
know,
late.
they have weird,
yeah.
weird flights, eh?
Yeah, but when we went to like walk out, they opened the door. And as soon as I stepped out, I was like,
Woof.
it was like,
Sweat everywhere.
it was like warm.
Oh my god, yeah.
You go from like aircon in the airplane and step out and you're like,
Yeah, I know.
like shit, I'm all dressed for like cold weather.
Winter. Yeah, I remember that too.
I
Coming
remember we
off,
took
I
a
was
photo
like,
too,
fuck.
like sweating straight away when we hopped in the car.
Like, oh, sheesh. Yeah, that's
I
part.
love Rara though. Love Rara.
Yeah, good. That was a good experience. When I went there was they had like an event called Te Mai Wanui. It's like when all of the villages or in the other islands come together and do like a little cultural
like performance.
yeah,
thing?
performing and stuff. And that was mean because I was like,
cool.
never ever seen that in my life. But
someone who like speak the language like te reo. Did you like
so similar? Yeah.
Was it like just like you could read it, or were there some differences?
I could read it probably.
Yeah.
But I think it's more the conversational because
like
some of their words
the grammar is a little bit
actually, different. Yeah. Some of the words are similar to Māori, but there were some words that I'd find a little bit difficult to understand.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'd be like, ooh, they got V's and
oh yeah.
What other? Yeah, I think it's just V's. No, I don't think they're
But you could still follow?
Yeah, I could understand and like
read?
over time, like being with Turks, I knew I could understand their language.
Yeah.
And they could understand Māori as well. I was like, good.
Cool.
Yeah. But yep. I was very during that time I was like grateful I got to meet Turks and get to know the language a bit more because they're real involved their culture.
Yeah.
Like heavily involved, singing, dancing, all of it. Drumming. Yeah. But I was real like I was like, respectful. I don't have any. I never talk down on them. Never talk down on anyone anyway. That's just how I've been brought up. What is it? Libertarians.
Are
they
they?
have? Yeah, I think so. I think my parents are libertarian. I just accept like all cultures or whatever. That was my understanding of it anyway. I always had that kind of accepting of everybody. I never really had any you're bad because you're this or like when it comes to religion and stuff.
So like is there a place you would love to travel to next?
Oh yeah, Japan.
Japan, really?
Yeah, my fiance were like, yeah, let's go to Japan.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z, anime, everything.
Yeah, sneakers.
Wow, I love Japan.
Yeah, sneakers. That was our other common interest.
Yeah.
Because I love sneakers.
You're a bit of a sneakerhead?
I wouldn't say that, but like compared to all the people I knew, like
yeah,
I'm better than you now. If I had to say how many pairs I have at the moment, 20.
20?
Yeah.
What do you like?
Different
do you like
Jordans?
Just J's, eh?
Yeah. Oh, Nike, like.
all around, like whatever's cool, eh?
Yeah. But I'm not like they call them hype beasts when they're like those type of people that just grab a shoe because that's, the hottest shoe at the time. And catch me wearing like Yeezys and all of that. Nah.
Or not the new ones, huh?
Nah.
What's your favorite, like, Jordan?
11s.
11s?
Yeah. So they're like...
11s.
They're quite slim.
Like high top.
I think underneath they've got like a different color, so it could be like the breads, for example, is red underneath. They got black laces. I think like the silhouette just looks nice.
Oh yeah.
So they're probably like
so
my
11s.
favorite.
That's your favorite, eh?
Yeah, 11s or 4s.
I like 4s. Yeah.
Yeah, 11s, 4s. 6s, 3s.
7s, alright.
Yeah, I don't mind, but you never see me in a 9. I don't like there's some that I just don't like I don't like the designs of them because they don't look right on me.
No,
won't catch me in them, but yeah, love those. What else I like? Oh, I like I want to like Nikes in that. I don't mind, but I'm pretty
Yeezys,
open.
Eh? What don't you like about Yeezys? Just the new design?
I just think they're just too hype. Like everybody.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people, if they feel like they have a pair, they're like sneakerheads. I'm like, no. Hell no. No way. I'm like, nah. Don't agree with them.
But yeah, like going to Japan, that's a big... That'll be awesome. No, just going to Japan.
Oh yeah, no, that was definitely like.
You have to check out what's the place called? Akihabara.
Yeah.
Heard about that?
Is that like a restaurant or what?
No, it's like a district city,
town
or whatever. It's basically like anime and computer game heaven.
Oh right. Oh, probably.
They've got like these big buildings.
Is it near Tokyo or no?
It's in Tokyo.
Probably. You probably definitely
but
go
I'm saying
there.
You should go there for sure.
Hard out. I definitely want to go there.
I want to take my kids there. To Tokyo.
Yep. I want to do that. I want to do
though.
this too. I love doing like all that. Is it?
Yeah.
How much is it?
Oh, geez.
I haven't looked that far, but yeah, I would
just
consider going on rides and stuff.
The accommodation around Disney is like probably looking between, if you're going to stay for like 1 week, anywhere between like $2,000 to $5,000 just for the accommodation.
That's a flight.
Then you got to get there.
No.
Then you got to actually get there, and then you got to get the passes, which
probably like another couple thousand. No.
Depending how many people,
100 on.
Oh, way more than 100. I think it's like 250 just for like standard.
Oh yeah.
I think. I know Disney's expensive anyway because everyone's trying to go,
Yeah.
But
in these times.
I've been around like outside of the park because I had to catch like a bus there one time. Pretty magical, eh? It's like Japan naturally is just clean. Like, it's so clean that they don't have like rubbish bins on the street. Like honestly,
I could see that.
Like,
and you're like, that's why they're so clean and like, but it's like always been like a compact kind of country anyway because they have no room for their people, and that's how I've always like pictured it. Like that's why they live in such small houses, and like they're like minimalists, minimalists. They don't have to. They find ways on how to live in such a small place, and you're like, bro. But like, me think. I can imagine like all these tall people like walking around and be like, damn, gotta like crouch to get in the house.
Yeah, that's like me and your Uncle Willie. Like when we went there, I'll always have this funny memory because we stayed at this one place. It was like honestly the size of this here.
Yo, and that's like, is it
and
massive?
That's including the bathroom. That's including like a bathroom here too. And I just remember like a couple of bathrooms, like a couple of toilets.
Yeah.
They were like so compact, but watching your Uncle Willie go in there, oh man, that was so funny.
I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna live like this, man.
Man, there was one toilet
Yep.
where they're like, this seat is the toilet, yeah?
Yeah.
Door's here.
I can't even
So,
shut the
like,
door.
You open the door and you sit on the toilet with your knees like that and you close the door.
Yeah.
And watching your Uncle Willie go on there try to do something.
And probably like how they
so
have
funny.
the seats on the ground, eh? The
and
bathrooms.
public toilets. I couldn't figure that one
I
out.
can't
I
understand
thought
the
I'd,
whole like
crap on my undies or something.
I
don't know how it works.
You have to squat. No, I don't
It's
know.
funny because they're like, they're like futuristic.
Yeah.
Every
But
sense.
that's
And all wear suits because they're all like, they're all
Business.
pretty, clean.
gotta be
and,
ready
like,
for
presentable.
whatever, eh?
Go in the toilet and they like kneel and shit.
Like, hey,
Like,
that's a
well-
bit backwards. Nah.
But apparently,
It's science.
better
It's
for
a
you,
scientifically proven thing, eh, of why they
for you,
go to the bathroom like that.
yeah,
To
it's
clean
better
the,
for your digestive
colon
system.
and all that. Yeah, which
We're
is
doing it all
understandable.
wrong.
We're like, yeah, because we're just so westernized.
Yeah.
They're like, nah. Yeah, I'm sure that when they looked at our bathrooms, they were probably like, squatting on there.
What is this
Like,
gonna do?
Bro, that's
for
not what you
your,
do. Yeah, not hard.
yeah, no, you should definitely go to Japan.
Yeah, that's
I would
definitely. As soon
encourage
as
you,
it's
most
like,
people.
I think as soon as everything's,
Yeah.
it's not going to be normal, but, as soon as it's available too, I'll probably consider
this
that
whole
the number
vaccine
one.
thing, eh? Everyone
Yeah.
thinks like we'll get the vaccine and then we'll be all good.
Mm,
But seems like it's just going to be another kind of vaccine where we have to get it every year. you
yeah,
know?
yeah, similar to like a flu shot, eh?
Yeah.
That's
I'm not anti-vaccine, but
yeah.
like I do question kind of like government.
Why do they do the
like-
things they be?
Yeah, because if you say we have like they're like strongly encouraging us to get the vaccine, yeah,
Mm,
but
what I
then
mean?
they also like admit that even if you get the vaccine, you're still prone to getting COVID-19,
Yeah,
and you're still like will become like a spreader of
Yeah.
COVID-19. So then we're like, then the only reason to get it is so that it protects yourself from like obviously like it being fatal.
mm,
But then they also say like people under the age of 40 like pretty safe.
mm. Well, I was lucky because I
Yeah.
got to have my vaccine in
Yeah.
April, both shots.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, that was kind
See,
of.
so you're vaccinated,
yeah, I am,
So
and they're
you-
like,
that sounds like you're sweet,
yeah, it
but
does.
are you sweet?
Yeah, no,
Because you
no,
can still
I
get it,
questioned
and
that.
then you can still spread it.
I still thought
It's
about
like-
it. What about that too? But
So I thought like if you get it,
Um,
like sweet, that means you're not gonna be a spreader,
Yeah.
you know. But then like you're still going to.
so yeah, I'm still like in that percentile of being
Mm.
able to catch it still, but I might not as
Maybe
I might
not
not
as
get
much.
it as
eh?
worse as
Yeah, like maybe
if I didn't have
percentage
it.
wise, maybe it's that would
Better.
make sense.
yeah. But yeah, I'm not anti-vax
Maybe
or
it's
nothing.
like a really small chance of catching it and
or
spreading it.
dying. That's probably like
Yeah.
the
I mean, I had COVID-19.
yeah, I know, and I was like,
You've
what
had
the
the
hell?
vaccine, and I've had COVID-19.
what the
So
hell? Oh, yeah, wow. But I only knew when you posted it. I was like, what the hell?
everyone like freaks out when I
Fuck.
tell people
Well,
like,
because it's like just
you know why?
out of
Because
there,
I'm
but
like the
that's-
first person that they actually know that's had
and
it.
that's
Because
the
a lot
same
of
for
people
me.
think
I
like I've
don't know
never met
anybody.
anyone, so I've always thought it was like a conspiracy.
Yeah, I thought when Nan or Mum
Mm.
brought it up, I was like, really? Uncle's the only one I know that had it.
Yeah.
like I
I'm
could
like
say that I
special.
know someone that's had it, but
Yeah.
it's not a good thing. But it's not a bad thing.
Mm. So like honestly speaking, my
Yeah, what was your
experience with that,
experience?
because like I've already went through like some pretty traumatic like health issues, like
Yeah.
having a certain cancer, and
Yeah,
like going through months and months of like damaging my kidneys and all sorts of
Mm.
this. So my immune system is already compromised. It's like
yeah,
already
your
bad.
immunity is quite low.
So I was always told like, oh, you're going to be like much more prone to flu, and like when you get sick, like you're gonna feel worse than someone else that's like healthy.
Yeah.
So I've always had this like notion for a couple of years, like, oh, if I get sick, I'm gonna feel it more than the next person because my immune system's had a big like been impacted, you know. So when I got sick, and like I did feel like it was like a bad flu.
Yeah.
Like second week of having COVID, like I could
It's
really
worse.
feel like breathing was like an issue. And it made me think if I was like someone older, like in my 60s or
Can't handle
70s,
it.
yeah, then they'll definitely be like needing some
Something
emergency
assistant.
kind of attention, you know?
Yeah.
And so then when I like after that week was gone, straight away I felt better, you know? And then it made me reflect like, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, like how bad was it? And I think like I've actually had worse. I've actually had worse like flus and colds than that.
Yeah.
But my point of like mentioning the breathing thing is because that's like a big thing, you know, the respiratory effect that it has on like older people. I can confirm like that is a factor, like the breathing thing. Like I really felt like, oh, shit, so good. But I still, with my health, was able to get through it. But like someone like you or someone just normal, healthy person probably would never have known like that they have it. And I think that's what happens is like a lot of people that I've spoken to, like they say that they may have had it. They think they had it, you know?
Yeah.
But because a lot of people are just so healthy, it's like, well, I don't really want to get tested, but I'm sure I've got it, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I even thought
that's
I
the
had
thing.
it.
Is like if you're pretty healthy,
Yeah.
like I don't think you have to be that worried. Because my immune system is crap, and I went through it thinking like I've been through worse. But definitely, like someone 60 plus years old, they should definitely get the vaccine, you know? But then, see, now knowing all that, like, do we go through what we're doing with all these lockdowns having an effect on other aspects of people's lives, you know? Because prior to COVID-19, like we did have the common flu, which was an issue for older people anyway, you know, like thousands of older people were dying.
Probably amplified a little bit.
I don't know.
I even thought I had it. No, this was before this even happened. I remember like one time I was like, damn, like just straight couldn't do anything for 2 weeks. And that was like all of the symptoms.
Super spreader.
And I was like, oh, bro, like what is this? And they couldn't even like tell me what it was.
When was
it was
this?
Just like viral, like probably late 2019 or maybe in between June.
Maybe
winter.
they didn't have all those mechanisms to say, oh, this is COVID.
Yeah,
because they had no idea what it was.
Like I even posted it on Facebook. I was like, don't do this, don't do that. Like
I think I saw that.
Yeah, that was it. And I'm like, damn, that must have been COVID.
Yeah, this was before COVID, though, wasn't it?
I never ever felt so sick in my life.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you posted up something like that.
I was like, man, because I had like crazy temperatures, couldn't breathe, couldn't sleep, couldn't do nothing, and I was like trying to explain it to people. Like,
yeah, I remember you're like, this is
like,
the worst thing.
This is the worst thing that could ever. I don't wish it upon anybody.
And yeah, I remember that. But this is like.
Yeah, that was
like months before everyone
it came,
was...
and like I looked back on that, and I was like, I must have had it, but at the time they couldn't.
But see, this might have been like a common flu.
Yeah, well, but they didn't even say
see, and
common
you went
flu.
through something
they said
that was
viral,
pretty bad. Yeah,
they called it like a viral infection or illness.
See, what if you actually got COVID-19 and you're like, oh, that other flu was worse?
Yeah.
See, how would you think?
I never had felt any like I can tell the difference between when I've got the flu or not, like headache or like a bit like coughing shakes for a while, but like this was like whoa, like man, like I can't keep still.
But
I
don't
gotta
underestimate
move,
like a flu because you can feel really like pretty bad on a common flu, you know?
Yeah, you can.
And that's what my point is like, maybe like a lot of people that have had it have said the same thing. It's like a bad flu. So is this like to the point that we're going like with all these like restrictions and lockdowns? Is it really worth it? Question, controversial.
Yeah.
I know people will say, you know, like no life is but then let's not neglect all the mental health issues that it's brought on, you know?
Oh, wow. It's still like
keeping people isolated, that makes people crazy, you know?
Straight up.
I'm sure
and
there's
like relationships. Like it goes beyond.
And
like,
then also lifestyles. People trying to support their families, you know? So you got to balance it up, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not proposing any answers. I'm just saying, like, let's look at it so we can save potential lives.
Yeah.
You know? And I do agree, like, we do need to vaccinate vulnerable people that are in, like, that age bracket or, like, have health issues. Yeah, for sure. But then we need to go this extreme and keep people isolated for months at a time. Like here in Victoria, we were locked down for like 4 months, you know?
Yeah.
And I see, and I know people personally that have like real mental issues
brought on
when they're trying to raise kids at home and they can't, you know, they can't work now. That's affecting like their whole lifestyle, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of people lose jobs.
Yeah.
They can't go out and get another job because they have to stay home, you know? And after a while, like that depletes into their savings if they have savings. So like that's really going to have a long-term effect as well.
Huh? Yeah, definitely.
I know answers. I'm just all rhetorical.
Nah. Yep.
I'm just saying we need to think about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying like I'm safe just because I have my vaccine and like came back
now
with
there's
a
different
negative
strange,
test.
isn't there?
Yeah, like I said, I'm not safe. And then anybody really, because I still have the I had a flu vac too, because like apparently if you have
I have the flu vac, but
if you have you can't have it like
so close
to each other. So I got it like both shots April, like the 3-week separation, and then got the second one. Then like a couple of weeks after that, I got the flu vac, and like I haven't been sick. I haven't been unwell. Like some people, I don't know, have different symptoms. I don't know, but I haven't been sick from it, and I can tell people like, nah, ever since I've had it, I haven't been unwell.
What vaccine did you get? The Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Yeah.
But they've just they've just accepted another. Must have been the Astra one or something.
AstraZeneca
a one shot.
Or something. One shot.
In New Zealand, they've just allowed that.
Oh, now. 1 shot.
Yeah,
of it.
The 1 shot vaccine.
Okay.
But I got them done because it's gonna be a requirement for me. Future.
Oh yeah.
When I get my K1 visa, they have certain requirements. So if I don't have them, I'll eventually have to get them anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like,
might as well
slowly get it out of the way. But I was lucky because, like my brother and them working that at the moment. Summer and his partner, they work in the COVID-19.
Oh really?
Yeah, and because
you got some connections.
Yeah. Well, I'm lucky, but it's not gonna be like that for everybody. But they pull out a vial, so they already have bookings for people, like, and it's meant to be like 65 plus and over or whatever at the moment, and they pull like a vial out and it's like 6 of the injection. So if they've got 30 whatever, then they'll take 5 out, and then if somebody didn't show up,
then
like that's how I was. Yeah, it was opening for me. So I was like,
oh yeah.
Yo,
because they have to keep it like in a secure temperature environment.
Yeah,
otherwise it
and
like
it
goes
only
off
lasts for a certain amount of time.
So if they pull it out, it's like they need to use
like
it.
Somebody,
Otherwise...
we need to get somebody, and they, and because I was only down the road at work, like as soon as I got a call, I was like, oh, I'm there, and that was like my window for me. Yeah. But I try to explain to other people, so I'm probably like the only one I know, besides my brother and sister and some of my cousins that have it. But other people, they're like, how? And I was like, oh, this got really lucky.
My real age is...
I'm 71. No. But and then because if you get the first one, you automatically can book in for the next one in the next couple of weeks.
Got in there, got the first one, and now you could organize the second one, eh?
But everyone was just like, how come you got it? Wow. Like, lucky. No. But I wanted it too because
you knew that it could help.
I knew
your
in the
case.
future it's gonna help me as well. And what else? Oh, because I have hypothyroidism. Have you heard of that?
It's like your thyroid.
Yeah, so I have
that's
real
a big
low,
issue, eh?
Yeah, so I got a total thyroidectomy like 2019, and so I was like, I used to have Graves' disease. Like they removed there's a butterfly shaped thing in your neck, so you can kind of see my scar, but there's like a butterfly shaped thing in your neck, and like everybody has them.
Yeah.
But so what it does is like it helps regulate your metabolism and like certain things you can and can't do, like you can't eat certain things, so it'll make it flare. And so like when I was pregnant, actually, that's when I got diagnosed with it.
Yeah.
So for like a while,
what causes that though? Just happens?
No, apparently it's like hereditary, and like, no, I didn't know that anybody had it in our family, so somebody's probably had it, but I didn't know. So I lived through that for a couple of years.
Was it painful? Was it?
Kind of.
Or just kind of like
I had, because Graves' disease is hyperthyroidism, so like, I think that kind of amped the changing of my dietary and all of that kind of stuff. Couldn't eat certain things, otherwise I'd flare up. But eventually, it didn't matter what I ate. I'd still lose a lot of weight. Like, I'll just fall off. Even though I ate like normally, like eat the same amount of things and just like ate normal, like breakfast, lunch, tea, whatever. I'd still lose weight. Yeah. And then that was probably 2019 or whatever. Got it done. Got it pulled out, and it was like, I had other choices, or they were like, it's not a must that you have to get it done, but it could help just because unstable, because I was like a lot of weight quickly, couldn't like always, I was feeling real sick, couldn't do anything about it. What sort of foods
would like affect you?
Well, it was probably like smoking, drinking, food would probably be like probably like a lot of carbs. Like,
carby
and
food.
that's like hard for me because I freaking love carbs.
Carbs, eh?
Love them. So there's
there's
a lot of different things. Oh yeah, because it's like it's stable now because I've like it's flipped.
Moved it, yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole what I was going through is flipped the other direction. So I can like gain weight easily.
You're a normal person now.
Yeah, I'm just like back to normal again. Nah. But it was like a flip from like, and like it can happen to anybody. It's real common apparently. Cool. So yeah, having that gone now, it's like I have to stay on like, because I don't have a thyroid anymore.
Yeah.
I have to take thyroxine, which is like a hormone replacement, and that's supposed to help me like. That's what I get my energy from. Yeah. So besides food, but that's supposed to help me regulate my metabolism.
Like a pill every.
Yeah. So I got to take. It's called thyroxine.
Yeah.
It's
a
hormone replacement.
Just one a day or two?
Yeah. It changes. It varies. Like I get reviewed all the time. Yeah. Everybody's different. So some might have like one. I might have 2 a day, some might have. Depends.
depends on your at, yeah.
So
And is that like as long as no, like you'll be taking that
yeah,
until
forever.
something else.
No, it's
probably-
forever. Yeah.
Like, you never know, something else might come up.
Yeah, well, I've heard stories where people just
one a year.
no longer take them anymore.
Well,
Like,
that could
I've
happen.
heard of that. Yeah, I heard that it can happen.
Yeah, I'm sure, because people are different, you know. People, we are very strange beings, you know.
Yeah, hard out. And I'll probably reach a point where I'll just be like, man, I don't want to take this shit no more.
And then you might find out like, oh, don't need it anymore.
Need it. Yeah, well,
because it's the way that our bodies adapt, eh?
Yeah.
It's like beyond science at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
There's like so much we don't know about it.
Yeah.
Don't
Like
underestimate
food
the
has had
body.
Food has had a different. A definite reason for why I may have had gotten it in the first place. Like, I don't know, because you know how I changed from being a meat eater all my life, and then changed to be a vegetarian for that time.
And then
and then.
Wow, that's strange because
but
you know, when I got sick, like
yeah.
that was the same year I decided not to eat red meat.
Well, see?
And then I got sick. I was like, and everyone used to joke, or not joke, but they were like, "Bro, eat some red meat, man.
Yeah,
fuck, that's why you're like sick."
Yeah,
and I used to think, can't be that, man, because like I'm healthy now.
Yeah.
But you know, like recently, I just read up on what's that diet where you just eat red meat only, like
Why?
yeah, and actually, like, it helps people lose a lot of weight, but also it's good for people with like that immune immune problems, immune system problems. Shucks, I can't think of it now, but it's like it is. I remember the name of the diet.
It's not paleo, it's not any of those kinds of diets.
You just eat red meat.
I think I've heard of that one before too.
Yeah. And apparently it's really
good
for people
anything
that
else,
have...
Is it? You don't eat anything else but just red meat.
And
I've heard about it.
They gain like a tremendous amount of energy, they lose weight.
Ooh.
And good for people with
immune system. Oh.
Yeah. And I think because like the cancer that I was diagnosed with, like I go to a cancer clinic every 3 months, and like I'm talking with my doctor, and she's saying that they're making some breakthroughs, like using my studies, and they said that thing that I had, it might even be like an immunosuppressant thing. Not maybe not a cancer, maybe it could be like an immune system issue.
Yeah.
And that makes me, it's interesting because it makes me think of that diet.
Yeah.
And the same year that I decided not to eat red meat was how I got this.
Well, and then I thought back on the same thing for me. Like, was it because I became vegetarian and like I was lacking something in my
red meat?
And then 2013. Well, there you go. I got Graves' disease. I'm like,
let's go get some steaks after this. Okay.
We're gonna have steak and eggs.
Steak and eggs after this.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, but you know, it's just things like that. You don't know.
Could be, you know, for us.
Yeah.
Specific moldy, like our hereditary system.
Yeah.
Maybe we need red meat in our life.
Yeah. Do you remember that thing that we posted of each other? Do you remember like ages ago? And I had posted like those questions about us. Something about like
and you have to like finish the sentence or something?
No, it was like just talking about yourself, like
I think I remember that, yeah.
Remember that?
It was like 7 facts or something?
Crack up. Like, and there was something that I didn't know, like, about you, and I was like, whoa.
What was it?
I think it was like, one of them was like...
Was it the one where I said the Russian thing?
Maybe. Where you learn...
Where I speak more Russian than any other language.
Yeah, I think so. And then like how you got your names. And
yeah. That was
yeah.
did you watch Mum's episode?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, oh. looking back at this, I was like, oh, that's right. I only knew these because of Uncle applying back
From
to
that
those
post,
facts.
eh?
Yeah, but otherwise I wouldn't have known.
What was another one that you was
Uh,
surprising?
being like,
Yeah, so how
Oh, I
I got
knew
my
they got
first and
chess.
middle name.
yeah, that one.
My mum's twin brothers, Raymond,
Yeah,
and my dad's best friend, they got murdered, was Richard.
yeah.
And I got them tatted on my arm, so
Arm?
that's what that is. That's Raymond, and that's Richard.
Oh yeah, look, it's like at the top of your name and my name on Facebook.
What, did it just
So it's
pop
like,
up?
yeah, because I typed your name and my name, and it's like at the top.
Ah,
Yeah, you speak more Russian. You love playing chess.
love it.
So how do I even look at it all?
And sum me up.
Yo. What's on it? It just has
Love
it there.
speaking Russian.
Oh, there, see.
Love playing chess.
Oh, was it? 3. Yeah, you love playing chess, puzzles, riddles. Your favorite
puzzles.
number is 9.
9. For sure.
9. Never
9.
smoked in your life.
Done drugs.
Yep.
Except for alcohol.
Smack. Your favorite movie is The Godfather. You love to travel.
Trilogy.
Which is true.
Huh?
And you love to travel. And that's all like,
That's just me.
yeah, it's definitely you. Like, I'm not gonna deny that. Like, I always think like, you had a big influence on me. That's all I'm just gonna say. Definitely. Like travel too, because I always wanted to travel as well. Travel. Yep, learn different languages.
What's your favorite number then? 3. Hey,
Yeah.
333. 3 times 3.
Yep, 3. I don't know why I picked that number, but
That's
3.
a cool name. Number.
3. It's odd.
Odd, but
Sums
kind
me
of
up.
cool.
I want to be like, yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Like, yep, 3.
What's your favorite movie then?
Oh,
All time.
I had this.
Not Scott Pilgrim, is it?
No. Even though I watched that, but no, it's not Scott Pilgrim.
That's a cool movie.
I always had these in my head too. Like when people ask me questions, like,
Come on.
oh, it's probably Friday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Classic, eh? Okay.
Yeah, Friday because it's just crack up.
What you doing back there?
Like no matter how many times I like go away and come back, it's like,
it's still funny.
what's your favorite movie? Oh, Friday. Keep it OG.
I always thought they had to do like one last Friday with Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
I don't think it would
Never
happen.
eventuated. He's in the zone. He's not the same.
I don't know. Was there, like, besides, like, Japanese, is there another language? Oh, yeah, Spanish, eh?
Yeah. Hola.
Hola, mi amigos.
Yeah, Spanish was only probably more apparent to me now because of my fiance.
Yeah.
And, like, I always wanted to kind of, like, immerse myself. There will become a time when I'd probably end up speaking like them, but...
They speak a lot of Spanish over there.
I want to... Well,
Cali.
there's no point being married or being thing with somebody if you're not going to try and learn their language.
Yeah.
Like, he knows how to say some
you
Māori
want
words
to-
too. Yeah, you want to have some kind of collaboration and like thing, because I don't know if you have children later on, our kids are going to be multilingual
Bilingual.
regardless. Spanish.
That's cool. Yeah, like my kids, they're half Russian. Or like Ukrainian Russian.
Yeah, she looks like you. Yeah,
Does
like,
he?
and like, she looks like you and your mum. But when I saw, I was like, holy, because I never ever seen her. I just told her, I was like, this is the first time I've ever seen you.
Really?
Yeah, because I never saw
It's my
her.
Russian side, a bit private. Secret squirrels,
Secrets. Yeah, she was just like, oh, And like, yeah, well, her and Tiago are probably like best friends now.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
Tiago is like real. He's a friendly guy. He'll just be friends with anybody.
Yeah.
Like,
We'll see him more now, I'm sure.
yeah, he like made a friend with some guy, like, or some little kid at the mall. I was like, you didn't even know his name. And he's like, yes, it's James, like LeBron James. I was like, you didn't even know him. And he's like, trying to bring his friends. I'm like, bro, so friendly. But yeah, cool.
Stranger danger.
I know, but like your dad was there too. So we're all
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yeah, like we went there to eat. And so,
Where did you go?
Oh, up the road.
Oh,
The
to
plaza.
the mall.
Like, yeah. It's like so big compared to the ones in New
Oh,
Zealand.
this one here?
Yeah, I may have been there. Oh, it's bigger than the ones in Hamilton, that's for sure. So I'm like,
You should go to Chadston.
yeah.
That's
Well,
massive.
probably in another time. You know, I just wanted to come here. It's all good.
This is the second time you've been here?
Yeah, it's a second time. Yeah, because before I went to the States, I went to Brisbane.
Oh,
So,
but have you
then,
been?
like,
Have you been to Melbourne? Was this your first time?
No, this is my second time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, 2016.
Mm.
Yeah, that was the last time I came here. That was like they're not at the same house they were at. I think they were further down, maybe. I don't know, I can't remember. Long ago.
Thinking like the whole Russian thing. Probably have to do more, like speak more about it.
Yeah.
Because one of the most trending videos on the channel is this Estonian video. It's like I've only got like less than 60 subscribers, but this video's got like 1,000+ views. I was like, damn, I need to talk about Estonia.
Talk about different languages and how like long distance relationships, because they're so big, man. They're like on the rise too.
You know, like I was looking up Estonian facts and stuff, and it said there's more women in Estonia than men. So I was like, bros, if you want some Estonian woman, some long distance relationships.
Oh man,
There's a lot of Russian people in Estonia, so you know, Здравствуйте.
Do they live?
No, in Estonia, there's like
but the people that
like
you interviewed,
Europe.
do they live here? No.
No, the way it came about was like I interviewed some other they're like some big Australian travel vloggers. Like I've been watching them for years, and then they finally met in person, and we did this long podcast. Rachel and Nick, yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah,
I always watch their content, and they like the food and travel.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was awesome to finally meet them. And we were talking about like their favorite place that they've traveled to, because they'd like traveled for a couple of years, I think, just everywhere, you know, working and like living that life. And they brought it up like, oh, Estonia's probably one of their favorites, you know, and they were talking about it. So I posted that little clip of it, like 1,000 views in like a month. And I was like, oh,
that's me.
Shout out to Estonia.
Shout out Estonia.
Yeah.
Yo.
So, and then I realized, there's like, that used to be part of the USSR.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Russian people in there. So that's my people's.
Oh. Hold on.
Jeez, what else about Estonia?
Wants to call.
Who's that?
My fiance.
Oh, yeah. Put him on.
Why are you in bed?
Not half naked, is he?
They're still talking. Nah, he's not half naked.
I'll keep this in there.
Yeah.
Does he have a shout out? Does he want to do shout outs?
Shout outs to somebody.
707? No.
I don't even know if you can hear. Can you hear?
Shout out.
Yeah, I can hear him.
Shout out. We had like, you're about to see it later, but at least you can like be real. You're a real person. Some people don't believe it together.
I am real.
I know.
Exist in this world.
Yeah, like something's covering your thing.
Is there a video? Show the video.
Hold on. Yeah, he does. I don't know if you'll see. Can you see?
Yeah. Oh,
But you won't be able to hear.
Bring it over. Here.
Will you hear? Oh, my phone's gonna die. That's why. Worst timing.
Right. When
It's
you
1%.
1%. Oh.
Sleep.
You. Okay, I love you.
Love you too.
It's gonna cut off soon. I don't know if you'll see. Can you see?
Hey, brother. When are you coming over to New Zealand? We're not in New Zealand, but sounds cooler.
Oi, you're like, you gotta be in your bed. Nice. It's like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock there right now.
Oh, over there.
Why is it so ugly? Crackling. Talk. It's gonna cut, like, just say something.
Shout out to all the people out there watching this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Love you.
Represent.
Bye.
Bye. No, don't say that. You egg. He's like, I
That's
love
good.
drugs. He doesn't. Such a goody good.
Hey. Whatever you want to
Random.
choose, that's up to you. Have you done drugs before? On the spot?
I have, because yeah, I have. But I'm not like, no, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Not cool. Nah. Like I've done like probably weed, probably like,
Mm.
oh no, actually. No
Yeah.
one's supposed to know. That's probably like,
That's
Probably
way
harshest.
in the old days, eh?
probably like the harshest drug that I've ever had.
I
Haven't had
remember your
anything else.
brother Terry. He used to be hardcore. When I used to come visit you guys, you always had like a lot of it, eh?
Whatever. But nah,
He's a changed
that was
man.
probably
though.
like the hardest that I've ever had.
How was that?
But like weird. Yeah,
kind
I had
of
a good
effect did that-
experience
Yeah?
with that actually.
A lot of people say like they enjoy it.
Yeah, it was yeah. Yeah, I didn't have like a calm down. Like apparently people get
Hmm?
real like and then-
Really?
Yeah, I was like in a good, happy
Mm.
mood. And that was probably like the last time I ever
yeah.
had it, which was 2 years ago or a year ago. Yeah.
Funny, I've like
And like, I've done weed, but I wouldn't say I'm anything.
Yeah.
I'd be like, nah,
yeah.
not my thing.
Apart from like being around your brother and like other people that
There's-
smoke it.
There's
Like I've never done it
Others?
myself, so. But the thing is, I'm like not anti-drugs.
yeah.
Like I kind of like drugs in a way.
No, I'm not into like if
Yeah.
that's what you want to do, that's what you do.
That's what I
It's
like
not- it's not
about
your
it is like
business.
the whole experience of it. You know, I love hearing people describe the experiences and like, oh, trippy.
Yeah, I think my like fondest memory is like it's probably like normal to everybody, but it's like the
Yeah.
walls mounting, and that's probably
Yeah.
like as hard as it'll
Yeah.
ever be for me. Like
Mm.
or just being that one that's like staring at stuff for ages, and then they're like, "You're right." I'm like, "Yeah," and they're just like you know, I'm just like, "What? I'm all good," and just like real mellow. And that's probably like the hardest drugs, but nothing. I don't know. I wouldn't even say I'm like a hard out drinker, even though
Yep.
that was like
Social.
parent in
More
my life,
social.
yeah, and like for smoking as well
Mm.
for like
Do you
a
still
period
smoke?
of time.
Good.
Nah,
Oh.
so like for a
I
period
don't
of
mind
time,
drugs. I just don't like cigarettes.
yeah, for a period of time, I was like in that, but it was like a social thing, and then yeah, I never ever considered myself like a hard out smoker with
Mm.
drugs or cigarettes and even alcohol. Never
Yeah.
thought of it. But like I've done them.
Yeah,
So I'm
you've
not like-
experienced them, but yeah.
Not an absolute angel. Yeah, I had to do what I had to do.
What's an angel?
exactly. What is that? Goody good. Just like somebody that's never ever done anything. Like I've met people that have never done anything. Not even a drip of alcohol. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Like, no. I'm like,
Do you remember the first time
nothing
you had alcohol?
Yep. I was like...
What was that like?
I was at my grandfather's house and like drinking was just like a normal thing.
Yeah.
And I remember like me and my cousin always used to like, I don't know, we just ended up with like bottles everywhere. Oh, actually my grandfather used to like try and give it to us in bottles when we were kids, but I'd like knock it out, except my other cousin would just drink it like it was a bottle and like he'd get a grounding like, don't feed them, don't feed them. Like Waikato or Lime Red, those are like the main, yeah. That was always around in our life, like just everywhere. And then yeah, I remember one time me and my cousin were like, nick a little bottle, have a sip here and there. And we were like, do you remember that? And he used to like steal the bottles. This is like young, like Tiavanden's age. But that didn't like. I got real anti when I was like in high school and all that. I was like, all the way from and like telling myself I'll never ever drink because I never liked how people were when they were under the influence. I never ever liked that.
Can be ugly, yeah.
I never liked it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I just thought, nah, not me. Then, wow.
Wow, it is me.
17, 18. Nah. that amplified a whole new thing in my life. But yeah, nah, I loved it. All good. I'm not alcoholic. I'm not a druggie. I'm not a smoker anymore. So I'm like, you know, at least I can say that
I think
something good's come from it.
I think the first time I had alcohol, my dad, like we're at like rugby, like I don't know, rugby clubs. They probably were like, they were probably like 30+-year-old, you know, like old guys playing rugby again. And I think they must have won their game. You know, they're like 30-something winning a rugby game.
Yeah.
And they were like celebrating in the club rooms. And like back then, like no one would watch kids, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone's like playing outside. I remember like I was thirsty. So I'd ask my dad, like I wanted a Coke. And he was probably drunk. Kept giving me like Lion Red. And I'd go out trying to drink it, and I was like, oh, go back. Oh, no, I want a proper drink. Yeah, give me another one. This is the first time I was, and then like I remember one can I actually tried to drink it because I was that thirsty.
Yeah.
That's the first time I could remember drinking. And I was probably like about 9.
Yeah. I think though when I got to that age, like when I was 18, because I was older than someone and my younger cousins, I was like the one that would like hook them up, even though they were like nearly there but not there, and just be like, yeah. I'm like, nah. When I think about it now, I'm like, fuck, my brothers were sad. Like I think I was like, you know, they were drinking at a young age and doing all that, and like I think I hit like 16 or 17, and I was like, cool, if your brother or whoever could get the alcohol or whatever. But they never done that for me.
They probably thought you're too good. Like, nah, she's the good one.
Yeah, we're like, no. They're like, nah, hell no. You're not going to do it. And like, it turned out to be like, I'm grateful for that. Because it could have turned a different way. It could have been like, oh. But nah, I ended up being that guy for my cousins. And they would be like, can you get it? Because, you know, I had my 18 plus or must say some like I had some form of identification where they didn't. I was at their age, so they'd be like, "Yo," and I was like, oh.
That guy.
Like, man, I was supposed to be the good one, but no, got like that for about a year or so after I had turned 18.
Different career path. Age.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. I think about it now, like, right, I couldn't. I never got anything from my brothers. That was probably a good thing. Yeah, hard. And even mum and dad were like, well, not strict, but just like,
yeah.
Like, wait, like they didn't even think like when I turned 18, I was illegal. I was legal.
Yeah, legal, but
they were still real like, nah. I'm not gonna get it for you.
For you.
And I'm like, why? I'm 18 now. I can do whatever I want, kind of thing. And they're like, nope. And I was like, nah, stop it. Don't do it. Oh, I do remember one time.
What happened?
My dad's probably gonna be a dick and laugh about it. But no, I was like, I think it was your 21st night.
Oh, sheesh, I can't remember that one.
No, I didn't come.
Oh, you didn't? Jeez, I don't know who
What
came
a
and who
dick.
didn't come.
Nah. My dad was like trying his hardest because I hadn't known you guys at that time. I was like still maybe
What?
like I knew who you were, but it wasn't that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it wasn't until like I was like 18, 19, 20, 21 when I was coming
probably.
up to Auckland
Especially
a lot.
like after I went to the Bay Area, which I was 21.
Yeah.
What happened? So did
They're
they
like-
make it?
Yeah, they did. They came and they were trying to get me to come, but I was like, we're freezing. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't know why I was
probably
refusing.
wasn't into it.
But I like, yeah, well, because they were at that time I was still at high school, and they were like, no, like I'm not gonna be able to drink. What am I gonna
you
do
would've
there?
been young,
I was
yeah.
real like anti, like nah, I don't want to do none of that.
Yeah,
But I didn't know. I never knew he was like that then,
yeah.
and so
Makes sense.
nah.
Because we always used to hang out with like Terry and
them.
Barry.
Yeah, I wasn't in that.
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. You weren't in our circle. You weren't accepted yet. Now you are.
I wasn't there yet, so I was like, "No, real auntie." And then Dad went to go and try and, because I was like, "No, I'm not coming." And then
Yeah.
he was like trying to kick me up the ass, and he hurt his knee.
Oh, hey.
And they were like, "Nah, get the hell inside!" And they like locked the door, so I couldn't get out. So I had to jump out the window.
Oh,
But
hey.
now it's like every time I think about that, I'm like, "Fuck, I'm so dumb." Like I don't know anything. I was still like
That's
in my
just a
own world.
phase, eh?
I was in my own world,
You were going
and I was
through-
like, "Fuck." I
No, that
probably
makes
would have
sense.
been a good night, but I don't know
Mm,
anything
yeah.
really.
Man,
It's
you
like,
know,
oh, my
just-
dad will probably crack up and be like, "Fuck, I remember that," because I think he couldn't work or something. Because I'd
Oh,
done that to
really?
him. Yeah.
Well, he did it to
So-
himself, eh?
I was like, "Fuck," and I felt like shit for a while. But yeah, that was that. And I do remember like me and Bez coming up to Auckland and like staying with you guys for a bit.
Well, it was after, eh?
And this is like when we went to that.
Was it that concert?
Yeah, that
Who was
Rock
that
the
again?
Block.
Oh, like a bunch of people, eh?
Yeah. What was it? Like this guy, Pitbull. Pardon me. Yeah, there were a few actually.
Remember,
Few
like,
people.
Conan's...
Yeah.
first?
Yeah, and that's when he had the scar face on the wall.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah.
That was bomb. I was like, wow, man,
I
that's so
remember that was
cool.
fun.
Yeah, that was a cool night too. Because they were like, oh, and a whole new, like, never. It was just cool. I think I reached that age when I came to his 21st. I was like, wow, that's mean as. Never gonna get that experience again. Because we never had those kinds of 21st in Hamilton. It was like,
Gangster.
the marae or. Yeah. With those,
That one was like a South Auckland experience. Eh?
yeah, definitely. I must have been what? If he was 21, he must be a couple years older than me. Because I'm 32 now. How old is he?
34? Maybe?
Oh, yeah. No, that seems about right. Because I was drinking there at his 21st.
Good
Bad.
memories there.
Bad. Because I remember I was like in the bathroom, I think.
Oh,
And then
I
like
think we were
somebody had to wake me up.
everyone. Oh,
Because
really?
I fell asleep on the toilet. Or someone's birthday or something.
I remember that was a funny night because my bro, Steve, call him First Assassin. He was do you remember the one with the like bling chain? Oh, anyway. I
Was there
remember
a
that
photo
night.
of him of us? Because I know like Aunt Lee
Can't
and Auntie
remember.
Stevie were
Probably
there.
out there. Anyway, I always remember him like the next morning we found him in the back of their garage, which is like, if people don't know, that's where people to go for the number ones. It was like out cold lying down.
Oh
like,
my god. Fuck.
that was gangster.
And that was at Uncle's 21st.
Yeah, I think so. good memories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, I was gonna. You made me think about your dad. Gonna save this story for your brothers or him. But I remember we had this big reunion in I don't know if you remember in
Was that in Tikawiri?
no,
Oh.
just before that.
Otaronga.
Otaronga, yeah.
Yeah.
We had the big reunion there. I remember like this is crack up. Like had like family tents. Like it was just like I don't know.
Was it on
100
there?
tents.
Oh, at Te Kotaitanga? That marae?
I don't know. I was young. I can't remember if there was any
Oh.
marae or anything. I just remember there was like big shed or whatever and like heaps of tents, like all the families camped out.
Probably.
And I remember we used to play this game. Like we would go down the side of the cliff and like we were so bored we made up this game called Rocky. Like I'll grab a big rock and your brother Terry, I think, grabs a big rock and we'll like try to smash each other's rock. And we're like having the time of our lives playing this game, Rocky. And I remember we wanted to, we were playing and your dad was calling your brothers like bedtime. And it was still early too. Like it wasn't like that, like dark.
There was no-
It was just like the sun has set, but you could still see.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like calling them over and they're like, no. And anyway, I think they got a hiding that night. Because your dad like beat him up in the tent.
Well,
I don't know how bad he was
that
beating
too.
him up, but
oh,
like,
see
I
if
was
I
like,
don't remember that.
yeah, that's what I want to ask him. They laugh
He'll
about it
probably
now.
be like, shit, yeah, we probably did get hiding. Oh, man.
It'll be good to hear a bit more backstory on that one.
I'm sure they got like so many stories they can share.
Man,
like
your
with your
brothers
guys'
are
memories.
funny as. Even Tama's funny too.
Yeah, he has his moments.
Like, I think all because of your dad, eh? Your dad's just got that cool, funny sense of humor.
So sarcastic. And that's never gonna disappear. I think a lot of people see like comfort in that because he means well. It's never trying to make you feel bad kind of a thing. It's always like,
Is your dad like serious, like with you guys, or is he always like lighthearted?
nah, that's my mom.
Oh, your mum's
My
a serious
dad's
one?
like, no, my dad's real like chill and real like. I think he got to his moments when he was real strict, but he's all good now because we're adults. We're all adults now. There's no like, oh, doesn't try and growl us or nothing. Nah, he works with us too sometimes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I gotta come down and visit them, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully Barry comes out and we'll catch up soon.
Yeah, that'll be mean. That'll be a good little experience. Because I know we got like a lot of things to catch up on.
You haven't seen Terry for a while, eh?
Oh, I have. Like, we went to, actually New Year's. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Just recent, eh?
Yeah, a couple of months. They had New Year's with us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, was it New Year's or Boxing Day? Oh, yeah. We stayed, we did like a camping thing. Oh, no, it was Boxing Day.
Yeah.
And,
got kids?
yeah,
Don't even know.
one, Lily Ray.
Oh,
Her
yeah?
name's Lily Ray, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Lily Ray Pono. She's like, I always say like she's named after me. Because
And
Pono,
me.
Whakapono means faith. So, yeah, Lily Ray is obviously after mum.
Yeah.
And then, Pono, Pompey. So Pono is like, pretty much.
Oh,
That's
really?
how I think. Yeah, in Māori, but yeah, I never knew that. So my brother was like, oh, yeah,
How
she's
old
named
is
after you. And I was like, oh.
How old is she?
How old is she now? She'll be 3.
Oh, yeah.
Like her birthday is like a day before mine.
Mm.
So it's like real close. Sagittarius. Shout out to all the Sagittarius out there.
Tell him he's got to come over or I'll go over there.
Yeah,
Get him
he'll
on.
be he'll be a little good catch up.
Yeah,
It'll be funny.
shucks,
Yeah, I think he's the one that reminds me a lot about
Yeah.
all of our my experiences with the Brown and all
Yeah.
that kind of side of the funny. He always reminds me about stuff. Because I know that he had like a good, probably both of them.
Yeah, like
I've had good memories with you guys. Like, crack up. I
because
remember,
like I said, he's like I think a bit older than me. Like
he
He's 37 now, yeah?
He would have just turned,
Yeah, so
just.
he would be like a couple months older than me.
Oh,
So we were always close growing
in
up,
age,
you know?
yeah.
So we've always
So
got
he
a
just
lot
like
of memories.
push
And you're like
shoes
the young
into-
one, like, you're not in our
And he
circle.
was always like that too. He was like, you're never gonna like. Get
But
to
now
this.
you're in our circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's opened up for me. Yeah. But yeah, he's been in Tauranga for a few years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think he was working there on the rates or something. Or
On the docks.
down by the docks, yeah. Those
Oh,
things.
they get good money down there, I heard. Eh?
Yeah. Nah.
Enough money to come to Melbourne.
Oh well, actually he has like a lot of stepchildren, which with like stepdad is fun as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so
Good for him.
about five
Oh, yeah?
step. So his partner had
Mm.
kids before they met. They're
That's
just
good.
part of the family, they're all good. Yep. Tama has 3 kids.
3?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's Te Rā, Te Amo, and Te Riaki. And so Te Rā's 10 now, I think.
10.
Yeah, he just turned 10 this
Jeez.
year. Te Amo's 9. And Te Riaki just turned 4. And her birthday's the same day as Koko's.
Oh, really?
So I was like a real, because like he had passed away last year.
Mm.
And it was like
Rest
a
in
real
peace,
big thing for our family.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
watching
rest
on
in
the
peace.
live, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, the playback anyway.
yeah.
It's good to see a lot of faces, though.
Hard.
Haven't seen for ages, eh?
Oh, yeah, it was quite sad though, because like, it's
Mm.
only in those times that we actually get to see our family. And it sucks
Yeah.
because
I
we
think
all
it
want to
was-
try and get together, but
I think it was good for him that he was surrounded by family. And he was
yeah, hard.
still alive. Hey,
Hard out. Like, I
I don't know what his mental condition was like, but a lot of family around him for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he was like, around the corner from us. So we
Yeah.
would always go around and go and see him all the time. Him and Nan. But like yeah, that's probably like the last time I ever like really got to see all of my cousins on Dad's side. They were all like everywhere.
Yeah.
And
about
like actually, Paddy just lives just down the road too. So there's
she?
Nan and Koko's and then Mariana and then then us around the corner. We're all like pretty close, but
It's funny because, like,
love them.
I love you guys.
Love yous.
It's funny because there's like different generations,
Yeah.
My sister, Bubby, Pariana, like all of them, they're like the
Yeah.
older ones,
Yeah. There's
Like we were
always that,
never
though.
accepted in their group, so we made our own group. And then you guys are the younger
Yeah, I
ones.
was with Ake and Lee.
Yeah.
Like that was my, because I was like,
But I think
near
Lee
an
was
age
in our
group.
group, but she was kind of like in both.
Yeah.
She's like the trader. No, I'm just kidding. No, jokes.
No,
Levy.
she was like,
How was your auntie anyway?
yeah. What-
Have you seen her lately?
Auntie.
Levy's.
Yeah. Oh, she just treats us. She's a cousin. She's a cousin.
Yeah. Oh, she actually is.
Yeah,
Eh?
she's a cousin
Yeah.
to us.
See, that's where that's
See,
where
that's
the
a little
line
bit
is.
of a
Yeah, technically she's like your cousin,
yeah.
but she was like a
She was
she was
like a
raised up
cousin
as
to
like
yous.
a cousin for us. Hey.
But then I'm like calling his uncle, say it's the cousin treatment.
Yeah,
So it's your, and she says
we
cuz
say
too.
cousin to her,
Yeah.
but she's really your cousin.
Yeah. And that's weird, eh? But it's normal
Jeez.
for like, so yeah, I have, even on mum's side, we have things like
Mm.
that. Like, we have nephews and nieces who are probably like close to our age as well, but our nephews, nieces, no, cousins. But
Yeah,
I think it's whatever you're comfortable with. I'm like, nah, if I'm your auntie, I'm your auntie. Like,
Mm.
I'm just gonna make it boom. Like that. There's no in betweens.
interesting.
Yeah, that's right. Because Lee had grown up with you guys, eh?
Yeah.
But then
Like
it wasn't
when
on
she was
later
young,
until
she
like
got
she came
adopted
back
to-
to us, like Alf.
Auntie Joy, and so like we went to school together
Mm.
because she was like I don't know any better. You know, I don't think we knew any better, but we thought like she was Auntie Joy's daughter, like biological,
Yeah.
not knowing until like years later. And we always thought like, oh, we're cousins, but really, I'm your uncle.
Yeah. Yeah. See? That's so. Yeah. Well, it just happened. I remember when we had our reunion, maybe. Oh, no, it must have been like. Was it Paulie? This tangi
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And then, like, we had kind of met all the other whānau from there on granddad's side. And, like,
Oh,
his
really?
kids, and then, like, their kids had, like, babies. Were like aunties and uncles to us. So like, hey auntie,
uncle.
hey auntie, hey uncle. I'm like, that was trippy. But yeah, always knowing that. That was crack up.
We better wrap things up. Have you got like any shout outs you want?
Yep, to my fiance.
Oh, big
'Cause,
shout
like-
outs. It's Espanol.
Love you, Joel. Love you heaps.
That just
We're gonna
sounds
be
Spanish.
together soon. And I love you, my son. You're gonna look at this later on and be like, oh, that's my mom. They'll probably kick up.
Sure.
And all my fam. Love yous. Love all of yous.
10, 20 years, you know, we'll cherish.
Hard.
This is us.
This was cool.
Awkward.
The odd
Cringe.
ones. Number 3, number 9.
Right, we better wrap
Peace.
it up there. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you later
Thank
next time.
Thank you.